Hello everyone, this is your friend Shinobi Nexus 2.0 and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is what if Naruto by mistake perform a bad jutsu and built harem with Kushina, Mikoto and Tayiya, part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. And now let's start the fanfic. Alright Naruto, today remember the jutsu you learned while we were finding Tsunade. Jiraiya told his godson as the young Naruto Uzumaki was so hyper of hearing this. Yeah, of course the Rasengan, I love that jutsu. Naruto laughed out loud but stopped when Jiraiya knocked Naruto across his head. Ouch, what the hell was that for? Listen up Naruto, the jutsu I will show you I copy from the 4th Hokage, although the 4th Hokage was my favorite student. Jiraiya showed Naruto the Rasengan but a more powerful version of it. Wow, that's so cool, pervy sage. Naruto was amazed at the power of Jiraiya's Rasengan, of the frog sage own Rasengan. Yeah, I know, I was amazed myself when the 4th Hokage mastered this ability so quickly. It took a while for even me to master it, so let's see how you're able to master this jutsu and make it own trademark. Make a Rasengan of your own original. Jiraiya told his godson. After many tries, Naruto got tried and became nearly drained from using up his normal human chakra. Of trying to make a Rasengan of his own, an original Rasengan of his making like Jiraiya and the 4th Hokage. Oh man, what day. Naruto fall on the ground face down. Well, at least you got the first step done. Jiraiya smiled looking down at the grinning Naruto. Don't worry, I'll master that new Rasengan jutsu in no time, pervy sage, you can count on that. Naruto grinned. While Jiraiya smirked. If keep trying harder and harder, I know you can master it, kid, but let's stop for today, alright? Look'll be gone for a while, take a break, okay Naruto? And don't be looking at my scrolls without my permission, you might find a jutsu you won't like. Yeah, I hear you. Naruto rolled his eyes. Jiraiya left the outer field of the forest, leaving Naruto alone while Jiraiya took care of other business. Naruto peeked in Jiraiya's bag and took out a large scroll from Jiraiya's backpack. There Naruto opened it and saw numberless jutsu inside Jiraiya's scroll. Wow, talk about jutsu heaven. Naruto laughed. Naruto read a couple of jutsu here and then, but there was one special jutsu that he read, Cross World. Naruto said the name of his jutsu was strange and yet sound fun to use. Horse, rabbit, ox, snake, tiger, horse, snake, ox, dragon. Naruto perform hand signs while saying these words. Then chakra start to leak from Jiraiya's scrolls as light blue chakra arms grabbed Naruto's shoulders and pulled him inside. When Jiraiya returned to find Naruto's shoes there with blue smoke coming from his scroll as Jiraiya sweat drop. Damn Naruto, didn't I tell you not to go in my bag? Jiraiya slap him on the face. Elsewhere with Naruto. In the hidden forest of Konoha. Ouch, my head, damn, what hit me? Naruto opened his eyes to find himself in the hidden forest of Konoha. Huh, where am I? Back at the hidden forest, wait, wasn't I? Oh man, that jutsu did work, oh man, I screw up, it did teleport me back to my home. Naruto wondered as he got back up, his knees felt funny as his legs shake. Damn, what's going on, my body feel funny, damn it. Naruto felt like he was going to vomit soon. Which he did twice after coughing. Damn it, my body. Before Naruto submit to his unknown illness, he saw a person, a woman, walking toward him. Hey, you alright? The voice of a kind woman asked Naruto. Moments later. Naruto woken later in a warm, soft, large bed of someone. It was raining outside. Naruto shook his head. He got out of bed. Where am I? Naruto asked. Leaving the bedroom, Naruto discovered he was in somebody's home. Naruto entered the kitchen of the house and saw someone already made dinner. Then Naruto suddenly heard the sound of someone humming a song. Naruto went upstairs to a room. Naruto opened the door a little bit to see a full-grown woman with dark red, purple-like hair. Her every being was perfect, a true wet dream for a young male from Naruto's dream or anyone young male fantasies. The woman just put on a towel to cover her body, which Naruto was thankful for, as the young knocked on the door. The woman gasped, "W, who's there?" Sorry lady, didn't mean to peek on you. But Naruto was cut by the beautiful woman standing before him. Oh, I'm sorry, I see you're finally up. I found outside the village, good thing I found you before it rained. What's your name? The woman asked Naruto. It's Naruto. Naruto told the woman. For a moment the woman's eyes widened in shock for a quick second before. That's a beautiful name. She smiled as Naruto blushed while rubbing the back of his head. Thanks lady. I'm Kushina, she said. That's a really pretty name lady. Naruto chuckled while Kushina giggled. Naruto honey, would you mind waiting downstairs until I'm done getting dressed? Kushina asked Naruto. Sure thing lady. Naruto left Kushina's bedroom going down the stairs. Naruto saw on a table beside the couch in a family picture. Naruto picked it up and looked at it. There in the picture was Jiraiya, Kushina and 4th Hokage. Naruto's mind screamed, no way, this can't be. Naruto thought to himself. On back of the picture were 3 names. Jiraiya with Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki pregnant 6 months with Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto body froze from the shock that quickly was overcoming him. I think pervy sage Jutsu did something either good or bad, and I just saw my mother, oh my god. Do you have a last name Naruto? Kushina asked Naruto. This case Naruto to freak out. No. Naruto said simply to cover up himself. This woman was his mother, then he's in deep trouble. As the two were having dinner together alone, it was only Naruto and Kushina alone in the house. Oh, that too bad, having a last name is good to have. Kushina said. Yeah, well, I always been on my own. I never knew my mother or my father at all. The orphanage kicked me out when I was 4. But enough about me. So Kushina, you know the 4th Hokage and pervy, I mean Jiraiya? Naruto asked the female Uzumaki. Yes I did. Jiraiya was Minato-sensei and I was Minato's lover. Kushina suddenly frowned. But few years back I gave birth to a baby boy. My baby was taken from me. Minato used our own son to seal the 9-tailed fox inside my son. My son died and so did Minato. I lost the 2 most important people in my life all in one night. And few years later Jiraiya died. No way, the pervy sage dead. No way, this gonna be a dream, man. That Jutsu really did something to me. Am I in another world? Kushina called out Naruto's name to get his attention. Yes, Kushina-sama. Please just call me Kushina. It funny my son's name was Naruto. Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki, what a perfect name that was. Kushina chuckled. You look a lot like him too. Really? Kushina nodded while wrapping her fingers around her long beautiful red hair. Well, I never really thought of myself handsome or good looking at all. Why's that? Kushina asked. Well, everyone always look down at me. To them I'm just a dropout, but I have proven myself I can be the best. Only I wish what my mother looked like. What was she look like, and did she care about me, and of course my father as well. Naruto sighed as he stared at his bowl of ramen. Naruto should finish your food before it gets cold. Kushina gave Naruto a kind motherly smile. Right. Naruto still looked down while eating his dinner. I'm sure they care about you, Naruto. I mean, no panther should never ever leave their child unless it was a good damn reason. Kushina told Naruto. Thanks, Kushina. So Naruto, why have a leaf headband? This draw attention about Naruto's sudden arrive. Well, I found this headband. My godfather gave me this to me. Naruto lied. I thought you didn't have a family. Well, I was adopted by this old guy. He took me as his own when nobody else wouldn't. I look up to him as my hero. Naruto smiled. He's a bit of a perv, but he's cool as hell. That must be a good man. Kushina giggled. Yeah, he was. I'll never forget you, old Sarutobi. Naruto thought. But I have a new hero, pervy sage. I have learned a lot from him as well. I hope he's not mad at me. Back in Naruto's world. I can't believe it, that little brat used the cross-world jutsu. Jiraiya signed. I only visited that world only once. It was a better world until I find out I died. Well, guess it's time for my second time to visit that world. Jiraiya performed the same hand sign Naruto did. I hope you're not casing chaos in that world, kid. Back in the other world. That night. Kushina. Naruto spoke her name while Kushina was washing the dishes. Yes, Naruto-kun. Just call me Naruto please, I just wanna know why are you so kind to me? Because you remind me of Minato when he was your age, and I thought you were a lost leaf ninja. Kushina giggle as Naruto blush cherry red. Thank you for giving me food and a place to stay. But I should leave tomorrow morning. You can't. Kushina yelled but cover her mouth but spoke in a kind gentle voice. I mean you can't, Lord Sarutobi wished to see tomorrow. Huh, why that? Kushina pointed at her forehead. Naruto curse in his thoughts. Damn it, the headband, oh man, I fuck up. Later that night, Naruto slept on the couch downstairs as Naruto was watching TV. It was 11 o'clock. Naruto was in deep thought. How the hell am I going to get out of this problem? No, wait, Naruto, you can do this, you can do this. The next day, Sarutobi aka the third Hokage was sitting in his chair as Naruto along Kushina stood in front of the old Hokage. Kushina told me she found you. She also told me you want to stay here as a resident of Leaf. Is this true? Yes, I do. I'm already a genin. Naruto told him. What village? Sarutobi asked. Then a voice came from outside of Sarutobi's window. Under my wing, that boy is a genin. My skin is saved. Naruto was truly glad to see Jiraiya from his world. JJ Jiraiya, is that you? Sarutobi was truly surprised and shocked to see his former student. Don't have a heart attack on me, old man. Jiraiya then let out a small chuckle. Jiraiya, how are you alive? The Anbu saw you die. Kushina said. You think I all the mighty and powerful Toad Sage fall in the heat of battle? Never. Jiraiya did his infamous pose. Yup, that's Jiraiya alright. Kushina and Sarutobi thought. I see that you have met my son. Jiraiya pat his right hand on Naruto's head. Your son. Kushina yelled along with Sarutobi. What, you didn't think I would ever have children? Jiraiya gave them a funny look as Kushina and Sarutobi sweat drop. Well, you said the woman would ever have your children would be Tsunade. Sarutobi said. I'm pulling your leg. Naruto is my adopted son. I found him as newborn baby few years back. In the land of grass I name him Naruto after my late godchild. I'm sorry Kushina for so much confusion. No, it's alright, just so glad to see you again. Kushina gave Jiraiya a warm hug as Jiraiya welcomed the hug which Kushina gave him. I'm glad to see you as well, Kushina. Naruto, go get something to eat, at lunch time for you, kiddo. Jiraiya told him. Yeah, ramen, here I come. Naruto ran off. Kushina follow behind Naruto. You know that is Kushina's son. Jiraiya told the old Hokage. I know, and you're not Jiraiya, well, at least from our world. Sarutobi chuckle. That is correct, Sarutobi sensei. But from my world you die, I still see you're still alive. Kushina vanish after the night of Naruto's birth. I believe she had died. But here I see she is alive and well, but I see great lost in her eyes. Jiraiya told Sarutobi. So why are you here? Naruto, read a jutsu that brought us here. Naruto is Kushina's son but not her blood son in this world. Tsunade is 5th Hokage in our world, beautiful and deadly as ever. Jiraiya laughed. That sounds just like her. Sarutobi laughed along with Jiraiya. So tell what has changed of this world from my own. In my world there is only one Uchiha left within Konoha. Sasuke Uchiha. The only living Uchiha in this Konoha is Mikoto Uchiha, the mother of Itachi and Sasuke Uchiha. Jiraiya wasn't that surprised hearing this, so he asks, where's Sasuke Uchiha? Sasuke died from an illness shortly after that night. Sarutobi signed. Danzo and the village elders have tried many times to rebuild the Uchiha clan, but Mikoto refused. I see the loss of her clan and her youngest child to die, and not only that but to have her oldest child murder his own clan. Both Mikoto and Kushina has share of equal losses of their children. Sarutobi agreed with Jiraiya. Yes, the elders plan to clone an Uchiha from Mikoto's or Sasuke's DNA. You know that won't work, a clone can't have children. Even if Mikoto was forced to mate with someone else, it will be only causing more harm to the grandchild of. Sarutobi cut Jiraiya off before speaking the forgotten Uchiha's name. Yes, I know Jiraiya. Believe it or not, Kushina had another child. Oh really? This caught Jiraiya off guard for a moment. Yes, of course you wouldn't know, you're not from our world. Kushina had a girl first before Naruto was born. Her name is Tayiya Uzumaki. Believe me, she a lot like Kushina when she was young. Let me guess, mouth like a sailor and angry as hell on mood swings. Sarutobi nod his head. Damn, where is she? On a mission with her team. Kakashi Hatake is her sensei, Tayiya Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno and Kintsuchi. Kushina adopted Kin and Anko into her household few years ago. Jiraiya smack himself in the face. Oh great, I got a gut feeling if Tayiya is in Naruto's replacement, then that means. No, she doesn't have the Kyuubi. Naruto did, but he died. Tayiya was born 4 years before Naruto, she's 14 this year. Sarutobi's sweat drop as he remembered all the hell Tayiya being casing in the past years. 14 yet still a genin. Believe me, she's a pain. Sarutobi showed Jiraiya a picture of Team 7 from his world. I have seen Tayiya and Kin before, only in my world they were killed. Kin was used in one of Orochimaru's sick experiments and Tayiya's body was crushed by a tree. Jiraiya explained to Sarutobi, hey Sarutobi sensei, I know this is crazy, but I and Naruto are going to stay here for a while. I understand, Jiraiya, people will be shocked to see you alive. Jiraiya laughed. So is Orochimaru, what of him? Jiraiya wondered. Just as evil in your world, I'm afraid. Sarutobi signed while shaking his head slowly. I see something hasn't changed in this world. Well, to keep Naruto's secret safe, I will dye Naruto's hair white like mine so many people will believe he's as my son. Sarutobi chuckled as he can image a white-haired Naruto acting like Jiraiya. It's truly good to see you again, Jiraiya. I believe this world needs a good Naruto and Jiraiya. Damn right. Few minutes later at the training ground. Hey pervy sage, what are you doing? Jiraiya perform a 6-hand sign and pat his right hand on Naruto's head as Naruto's spiky blonde hair changed to silver as it grew down to his shoulders. There, now everyone will believe you're my son. Jiraiya smirked. Just need to give you new clothes. All help. Kushina said, giving them to a friendly motherly smile at them. Good. Jiraiya said. Now Kushina, when Anko, Kin and Tayiya return from their mission, please tell them that Naruto is moving in. I fear hell will begin knowing there's a boy living in their home. Kushina signed. Yeah, I know Tayiya was a challenge to raise. Adopting Kin and Anko was even more of a challenge. But with Naruto's help, I think things will be quieter, I hope. Great, I got roommates. Naruto's sweat dropped. Quit crying about that. You're living my fantasies, kid, living with 4 beautiful women in a wonderful household. Jiraiya grew a vein on the back of his head while he yelled at Naruto. Whatever you say, pervy sage, I already know it gonna be war. Naruto signed. Don't worry, Naruto. Tayiya is the main problem, but I believe Anko and Kin will be less trouble for you. Kushina smiled at her otherworld son. Well, let's begin. Naruto chuckled. He was ready for this new challenge that awaits him. Rumors of Jiraiya's return spread out of all the land of fire like wildfire, and rumor he also had a son as well. As rumors soon become true facts, for the whole day Naruto was being trained by Jiraiya, although Naruto was turning 13 this year in 1 month. Alright Naruto, enough training for today. This show me that you can control your chakra to some limits. Try focus on using your normal chakra, then the 9-tailed fox's chakra. Use the Kyuubi's chakra as a trump card. Jiraiya told his godson as Naruto and Jiraiya were all alone at the training ground. Alright pervy sage, it is getting late. Naruto looked at the time on his wristwatch. It was 6 o'clock. Yeah, you're right, the girls should be returning home right about now. Wished you luck, kid, you're gonna need it, that's for sure. Naruto sweat drop. I hope, I really hope it not so bad as I think it's gonna be. Come on Naruto, I know your luck with women ed in your world. But here maybe both you and I can have a fresh start, kid, you know, make everything right here. Jiraiya cheered up his godson. Thanks pervy sage. That's my boy, now go home and show those ladies who is the man of that household. Jiraiya point Naruto the path of his new home. The Uzumaki resident. Alright, so far there's nobody here. Naruto looked around. He'd sign with relief. Then the door of the house smash open as the door bash Naruto on the head sent the boy flying in the kitchen. As the three beautiful yet troublesome daughters of Kushina Uzumaki have finally arrived. Ka-san, we're home. The three yelled. I'm upstairs, girls. Kushina called out. Man, I'm beat, what a fucking day. Tayiya took off her shoes and jumped on the couch and sat there watching TV. While Kin sat beside her older sister, best friend is Anko, the oldest of the three, about the age of 24. She was young and single, not a man alive in Konoha dare ask her out on a date. There was only two men, however they only became Anko's best friends. Kakashi Hatake and Guy Might. Kakashi was more of a lazy boyfriend type and Guy was too much of I'll do whatever you want type of guy. Anko decided to have them as her best friend, then being her boyfriends, and also Anko was a bit too insane for them. Kin was known as the most beautiful yet the most hated genin in Konoha because many females were envy Kin. Most boys would ask her out then asking the others. But Kin decided to be single, waiting for the boy that gives her a challenge at a relationship. Then there was Tayiya, Kushina's first-born child. As a child, Tayiya was lovable and kind and also sweet, but losing her baby brother and her father on the same night as well as her godfather. Seeing her mother nearly being pushed on the edge of madness, it was Tayiya that kept Kushina strong through these years of hardship. Tayiya, the leader of the Hell Sisters, best known as in Konoha. Together those three are the meaning of hell. Because of them no man dare try to date Kushina or try any funny moves. Anko entered the kitchen to discover Naruto on the ground bleeding from his head. Naruto recover, open his eyes to find himself in deeper shit even ever. Anko had her leg foot on Naruto's chest while Kin and Tayiya gave the boy an evil glare. Oh crap. What the hell are you doing here? Noob breaking in our home. Tayiya yelled at Naruto. Wait, I didn't, ouch. Anko pushed her foot down on Naruto's chest harder. Save it, little pervert. Anko told him. What should we do with him, girls? Kin smirked. Girls, what are you doing? Kushina yelled. She looked very disappointed of her daughters. Nothing. They said. Kushina glare at them. Anko, remove your foot from his chest. Anko quickly removed her foot from Naruto's chest. He's our guest. Kushina helped Naruto up. Our guest? Since when do we have a guest? Tayiya asked. Since now, young lady, don't give me that look. He's our special guest. This is Jiraiya's son. Tayiya's attention was caught by this. You're kidding, that old frat had a son before he died. I'm not dead yet, Red. Jiraiya spoke. He climbed through the kitchen window. But when, how, and Tayiya, Anko and Kin were confuses and deeply surprises. I, Jiraiya, the almighty Toad Sage, shall never fall in the heat of battle. Jiraiya laughed. I see you met my son Naruto. You named your son after my dead brother. Jiraiya nodded. Jiraiya quickly ducked down from being punched by Tayiya fist of fury. Where the hell were you, old man, and what right you have naming your pervert son after my dead little brother? I still see you're pissed as ever, and you have forgotten I was the one who named him, Naruto. It was I who gave your dead brother his name, and it is I who named my son after my late godson Naruto. So calm down, redhead. I know you're pissed as hell, but show love to your godfather. Jiraiya opened his arms waiting for Tayiya to hug him. Tayiya walked up to him and quick gut shot the old sage. Fuck you. Tayiya ran off to her room. She hits just like Tsunade. Oh crap. Jiraiya, are you alright? Kushina asked the toad sage. Number. Jiraiya moaned in pain. I'll tell you one thing. She is your daughter, Kushina. Damn, Tayiya gut shot you good. Kin said. Yeah, no kidding, Kin. Jiraiya coughed while talking. He recovered shortly. Anyway, like I said, this is my son, named him Naruto. He will be staying in Konoha with you girls. I want him to feel like he's home. We will. Kin and Anko suddenly grinned their teeth, which caused Jiraiya to worry even more. Wait, hey, I thought you were gonna keep training me. Naruto said. I am, but I got to discover what has changes while I was in hiding, kiddo. I trust you and the girls will keep my son out of trouble, I hoped. Jiraiya asked Kushina. Of course, Naruto is welcome to stay with us anytime. Good, well then I'm off. Naruto, remember, keep on training on our little lesson, remember that. Jiraiya left the Uzumaki household. Will do, pervy sage, will do. Naruto sighed. Don't worry Naruto, you'll have a great time. Kin chuckled. She wrapped her right arm around his neck while put her chain on top of Naruto's head. Yeah, little god brother. I'm afraid, very afraid. The person you should be afraid of is Tayiya. Kin told him, you having her dead brother's name, it gonna be a while before she lets in. In what? Naruto wondered. Her heart dummy, Anko told him. Guess that can be bit of a problem. Naruto rubbed the back of his head. Naruto, can you do me a favor? Kushina asked him. Yes. Kushina, what is this favor you want me to do? He asked the female Uzumaki. I want you to drop a packet for Mikoto Uchiha, she lives not too far from here. Kushina handed Naruto a small packet-wrapped box. Sure thing Kushina. Naruto left the Uzumaki residence. He remembered where the Uchiha residents were. He remembered in his world he'd visited Sasuke a few times. When Kakashi usual sent him to get Sasuke when was about to start. There standing at the front door of the Uchiha household, Naruto knocked on the door hard. Hello. There was silences, so he knocked again, this time harder. Hello. Again nothing, nobody shown up. Then the door was unlocked. Naruto opened the door and peeked his head inside. Hello anybody. The hallways were silence, complete silences. Naruto carried the box with him, then a loud noise was heard. Naruto put the box down and ran down the hallway to a small room. There Naruto saw a woman being hanged in the middle of the room. Oh shit. Naruto grabbed his kunai and cut the rope around the woman's neck. The woman dropped down in Naruto's arms. Naruto took the tie rope around the woman's neck off. Hey, you okay? Naruto asked the woman. The woman came to. Who are you? She asked. What were you doing, lady? He asked. Are you nuts trying to kill yourself? Who are you? Why did you save me? She asked. Name's Naruto. You must be Mikoto Uchiha, right? Mikoto nodded her head. Man, that was too close. I gotta keep an eye on her. If I shown up later, she would have died. There was a long pause of silences between the two for a while. I'm sorry. Mikoto said. It'd been so long since I lost my family. I don't have anyone to care or loved. Mikoto began to cry, covering her face in her hands as Naruto was there to keep her company. Did Kushina send you? Naruto nodded. That Kushina, just like her, caring about her friends. Guess I have to thank you for saving me. Mikoto gave Naruto a small smile. Yeah, I guess just don't do that again. Few seconds later Naruto handed Mikoto over the box that Kushina wanted Naruto to give to her. Naruto left to the bathroom, being he hasn't used it all day. In the box was a letter and Mikoto's favorite drink, rum, to keep her warm during those cold alone nights. Mikoto read the letter Kushina gave to her. Dear Mikoto, I know it's tough, truly tough, to live through the horror that still hurts you. I know how you feel, Mikoto, so I ask you, Mikoto, to move in with us. You and I are old good friends, Mikoto. I fear anything happening to you all by yourself. But if you are not ready to move in with me, I have a young ninja that will keep you company every day. I know this cannot heal your broken heart, but I'll do anything for a friend. Love, Kushina Uzumaki. Kushina, kind and caring as always. Thank you, Kushina. For a young man, he's very handsome. Mikoto thought. As Naruto returned from the restroom, is everything okay, Mikoto-sama? Yes, Naruto-kun, everything is fine. You're a very handsome young man. Mikoto chuckled. I've been getting that a lot lately. Naruto blushed while looking away from Mikoto's beauty. It very true. She said. Thanks, Mikoto-sama. Naruto chuckled but quickly stopped when the single lonely Uchiha said, just call me Mikoto, handsome. Oh, I'm getting a bad yet good feeling. Why is my heart beating so fast? Naruto trying to find out why he felt so calm and so turned on by her like a fish to a hook. Mikoto is hot. Wait, what am I saying? That's Sasuke's mother, a very hot mother, but still he's mother. Well, excuse me, Mikoto, but I have to go, it's getting late. Okay, Naruto, but will you visit me again same time tomorrow? Like Kushina said in the letter. Mikoto asked the young Uzumaki. Huh, oh well, yeah, I guess so, I got nothing to do. Naruto told her. Mikoto gave Naruto a friendly motherly kiss on his right cheek, thank you for saving my life, Naruto-kun. You're welcome, I gotta get going, bye. Naruto ran off out of there as Mikoto smiled, waving goodbye to Naruto. My, what came over me? Mikoto asks herself. So young, so good looking, then again I hadn't had in 14 years, thank you Kushina for giving me new hope in my life. New events and new love are just beginning for top single mothers of Konoha, and as well as for our young hero Naruto. He'll find this what if a home he long dreamed for. Naruto was the first to wake up, sleeping on the couch in the living room downstairs near the kitchen. Naruto yawned out loud. It was 7 in the morning. Wearing a large black t-shirt, wearing dark blue PJs, wearing fox slippers on his feet, entering the kitchen with bags under his eyes because of Kin and Anko were up late night watching movies which kept him up all last night. Naruto fixed himself some pancakes and eggs since being on his own in his world. Naruto knew what he needs to survive every day. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Breakfast he shall have pancakes and eggs, by lunch ramen, by dinner ramen again. Eating the kitchen table alone, eating his eggs and pancakes slowly as the silence. Morning was Naruto's morning. His lonely morning. He knew this world was great but still had ups and downs. This world, his mother was alive and well, he had a big sister but he died, that what screw him up. This wood was great for him, he has a family, no rival who make him look bad, and yet this world was just a dream. Naruto's moment to himself was shortly cut when Kin, Tayiya, Anko and Kushina came downstairs to see Naruto was eating breakfast. White hair, Tayiya said to Naruto. Red, Naruto spoke back. You're in my seat. Tayiya smashed her hip against Naruto's, which caused Naruto to fly off his chair. Tayiya, Kushina said her name. That's alright, Kushina was done anyway. Naruto took his dish and started washing his own dish, and after that went upstairs to use the shower. Bathroom. Okay, Naruto is a good to relax today, the sunning day, kick it back, yeah. Naruto thought while washing himself. I wonder how everyone is doing on my world. And did the Chunin exam started here yet? Then there was a small knot. Yeah. Naruto answered the knot. The door opened up. It was Kushina who entered the shower. I got you some fresh new clothes. Could you leave them on the floor? Naruto poked his head out. Sure. And Naruto, I just want to say I'm sorry about Tayiya being so rude this morning. Kushina told him as Naruto easily forgive Tayiya, yeah, it alright. Then Naruto saw Kushina's face was frozen in shock. Naruto looked down to see his mother was staring at his. By mistake, it was Naruto's fault for not fully covering his lower body. Oh shit. Naruto quickly poked his head back inside. Sorry. Naruto said, which snapped Kushina out of it. Man, I can't believe I flashed my own mother, I'm an idiot. He's just big as Minato when he was 13 on our first date. Kushina thought to herself. I'm sorry about that, Naruto. Anyway, remember you have to help Mikoto around her house today. Got it, Naruto said. While walking to her bedroom, Kushina was in deep thought. He was so much like Minato, hard to believe Jiraiya raised him. Kushina giggled at the thought of an image that appeared inside her mind, seeing Naruto and Jiraiya training together while Jiraiya was being his old self, casing Naruto to lose his focus in training. Shortly afterwards, at the training ground, while training performing a few hand-to-hand combat moves, Naruto suddenly stopped. Wearing a black t-shirt with the words "Willpower" on the front of the Naruto's t-shirt while he wore matching shorts with his shirt, Naruto was barefooted while he was training. Naruto turned to see villagers all smiling, watching the young son of Jiraiya training his heart out. Wow, everyone came to see me. Naruto was surprised by this. Hey Silver. A voice yelled. Naruto sweat drop. He knew who called his name. Yes, Tayiya. Suddenly Naruto quick blocked Tayiya's surprise right hand punch. Whoa, the hell is your deal? Come on, if you're going to be living in my house, you better be strong, Silver. Tayiya told him as Tayiya wore the same type of clothes as Naruto, only her t-shirt said, "Don't fuck with me." Oh come on Tayiya, we're all friends, aren't we? Naruto tried his best not to fight Tayiya, as Naruto remember from his world the Tayiya who punched him broke his jaw. Oh no, there's no way in hell I'm going to get punched again. Naruto stood his ground and put up his guard. Tayiya chuckled. What's wrong, scared to fight a girl? Tayiya asked Naruto. It depends on who I'm fighting, and I have bad history of getting my kicked by girls. Naruto told her. What, for being a fucking peeking Tom? Tayiya laughed. No, for being myself. Naruto came at Tayiya, the beautiful red head, back away quickly, avoid Naruto's thrust punch. Tayiya wrapped her legs around Naruto's right arm and let go of it and used his head as a jump boost. Damn, she just as quick as the Tayiya from my world, damn it. Man, both Taiyas are scary. Tayiya ran at Naruto. Naruto quickly sided between Tayiya's legs to avoid her attacks. Hey, quit avoiding me and fight like a fucking man. Tayiya yelled. I'm still a kid and you're just a teenager, Tayiya. Naruto told. That's not the point, dumbass. Sorry, Tayiya, I'm not going to fight you. I don't hit girls. It rude and show only a coward attack women and prey on others. Naruto turned his back and left the training ground after getting his shoes. As everyone cheer on Naruto for doing the right thing, but Tayiya however didn't let it go. Get back here. Tayiya screamed, which caused the villagers to run away from the pissed off Uzumaki. There's no way I'm going to be turned down from my fight from some guy got who my brother's name. He doesn't have the right to have that name, look at him, foolish and a pervert. Tayiya growled like a beast. Elsewhere, Naruto visit the otherworld of his favorite ramen store. Wow, we never had a visitor like you, kid. Laughed the owner of the ramen shop along with his daughter Ayame. Well, at least these two hadn't changed, which I'm glad for. Naruto thought while eating his 10th bowl of ramen. Hello there. Naruto turned his head to see who called him out. It was Rock Lee and Guy Might. Hello, Brushy Brow and Super Brushy Brow. Naruto called them by the names he knew them as. I believe you are mistaken, my young friend. I am Guy Might and this is my powerful brave student of youth, Rock Lee. Is it true that you are the son of the mighty powerful Toad Sage Jiraiya? Guy asked Naruto as the boy just nodded. Ah yes, thank you the gods of youth heaven for giving my student a worthy rival. Guy laughed. I am Rock Lee, it a pleasure to meet you. Lee shook Naruto's left hand. Likewise, Lee, don't give up on the hardship of training. I know you can become strong, maybe stronger than me. Naruto chuckled along with Lee. I wish to train with you with your permission. Permission granted. Yes, finally a rival worthy of my skills. Lee screamed in his thoughts. Tomorrow around 10, Naruto asked Lee. I shall not be late, I wish to know my rival's name. Lee asked kindly. Naruto. He spoke his name. Very well, Naruto-kun, I shall train for our upcoming battle. Lee told him as him and Guy race each other all around Konoha just like the Lee and Guy from Naruto's world. 1 hour later. Oh, Naruto-kun, you're early, said Mikoto. She was surprised to see the young boy visiting her so soon, but she didn't mind it at all. I got free time earlier than I thought. He chuckled. So Mikoto, what you want me to do to help you around the house? Naruto asked the lonely mother. Well, could you clean the floor, help me with the dusting, take out the trashes and so on? Mikoto took out a small list which came down as the height of Naruto's body. Well, I can't turn her down and maybe this cleaning up will help me out as well. Naruto nodded his head. Alright, I'll get it done, Mikoto. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Mikoto smiled. Naruto used his shadow clones, which became a number of 20 Narutos in 5 seconds. Mikoto Uchiha was surprised to see so many Naruto in so little time. Naruto spoke to his clones. Alright boys, it's time for us to go to work, we got a list to fill out, so let's get to it. Yes, boss. The clones yelled. 2 hours later, Mikoto Uchiha was watching her favorite TV channel, which was Comedy Central. Naruto entered her bedroom, tried and beat from doing all the list things to do. You're done? Mikoto asked Naruto as the boy nodded. Yeah, everything is done. Naruto rested his head down on Mikoto's bed. Mikoto giggled, touching Naruto's silver spiky hair softly. Man, I'm beat. Naruto spoke in her sleepy voice. I hope you're tried completely, Naruto-kun. Mikoto said, which caused Naruto to wonder what was she up to. What do you mean by that? Naruto asked as Mikoto chuckled a little. Naruto-kun, I want to thank you for what you did the other day, saving my life. You cleaned my house and I finally have a break of my own. I want to say this, I want you to stay with me. With you here, it feel like I'm not alone anymore, I have someone there for me. You're welcome, Mikoto. Sure, I'll stay with you, I'll do it every day like Kushina told you. Naruto smiled, but Mikoto shook her head. No, I mean stay with me, live with me, just you and me, Naruto-kun. Mikoto moved her right hand from Naruto's hair down to his chest, rubbing it gently. Naruto rise up, stopping Mikoto from doing whatever she was going to do to him. What wrong, Naruto-kun? Mikoto thought she had upset him. I'm nervous, this is my first time I ever been alone with a female at all. Do you have a girlfriend? Naruto shook his head. No, I don't have anyone, I don't have a loved one, only Jiraiya, he's my dad, I never knew my mother, I don't have girlfriend. I have my father's love but never my mother's. Naruto sighed while Mikoto rubbed Naruto's back. There Naruto. I'm sorry if I pushed you to that, Naruto-kun. Mikoto didn't mean to, she was lonely, she'd take anything that Naruto has to give her, she didn't care that Naruto was a young teen. She saw the pain of being unloved, no motherly love or any real love between a man and a woman. Mikoto. He said her name. Yes, Naruto-kun. Mikoto asked. Naruto sighed at first. She's beautiful, lonely, but so is mom. I love Ka-san, she great and wonderful, but so is Mikoto-sama. Mikoto-sama, you're wonderful and beautiful. I know you're suffering, you've lost everything in your life. I nearly lost everything since my birth, if there's anything you want, I'll do it, it's a promise. Naruto held out his left hand pinky. Mikoto wrapped her right hand pinky around Naruto's. Naruto, I want you to feel loved. Naruto eyes widen in shock. You look so lonely just by the look in your eyes. I know no woman can ever replace the woman who gave you birth. I want to give, if not a mother's love, a woman's love then. Naruto turned facing the female Uchiha face to face, looking into her beautiful black eyes. As she stared into his crystal blue eyes, thank you, Mikoto-sama. He said as the two, now a couple, kissed each other on the lips. Naruto felt Mikoto's tongue slowly going inside Naruto's mouth, feeling it wrapping around his tongue, feeling Mikoto the MILF Uchiha tongue around the young Uzumaki's tongue. Mikoto broke the long, warm, hot, wet kiss she gave the young boy. You're a pretty good kisser, she said. Thanks, you got a nice mouth as well, Mikoto-sama. Mikoto giggled. Naruto slowly licked Mikoto's neck, slowly feeling her, held him close to her. Oh yes. Mikoto moaned. Naruto kept doing this job, making Mikoto Uchiha feel happy, taking away her pain, giving a friend a really close and good friend. Naruto stopped licking Mikoto's neck and unbuttoned her dark blue shirt, seeing the Uchiha female was wearing a black-colored bra. Mikoto took off her shirt, letting Naruto seeing her large bust, her double D cup S. Being a woman in her 30s, single and lonely, she was in heat, longing for a male to come and take this beautiful horny cougar. Naruto blushed, closing his eyes, scratching the right side of his cheek. Wow, they're pretty big, Mikoto-sama. And soft, Mikoto added. Come on, Naruto-kun, it's okay, you can feel them. Naruto opened his eyes after Mikoto unhooked her bra, showing her full view of her S. Naruto put his hands on both S, feeling how soft and big they were. Naruto submit to this over-pleasurable feeling that run through his veins. Naruto rubbed his pointing fingers around Mikoto's nipples until her nipples were hard. There, Naruto signed he wasn't sure to do next. This was first time I see. Mikoto smiled. Can you on my nipples play with them, Naruto, they pretty lonely. Mikoto moaned, feeling Naruto nibble on her left nipple. Naruto ed on Mikoto's right nipple as if she was feeding him like a newborn. Mikoto couldn't take it anymore, the pleasure was overflowing. Mikoto licked her lips, she was hungry for young meat, which Naruto was. Mikoto unzipped Naruto's pants in her surprise, taking out his, feeling his 7-inch, which was throbbing in the Y beautiful MILF Uchiha left hand. My, you're such a big boy. Mikoto spoke in a horny motherly voice. Naruto blushed, he stopping on Mikoto's right nipple. I never knew I was big, I thought I wasn't good enough to please as any girl. Mikoto shook her head. No, you're just the perfect for me, Naruto-kun. Ready. He asked. No, not just, I still want to make you feel more love. Mikoto lay Naruto down on the bed while she took off his pants and boxers. Mikoto grabbed Naruto's, gently stroking him off. My, for a young man you sure very turned on. Does this young man love his woman older? Mikoto spoke while Naruto nodded his head. Naruto enjoyed feeling Mikoto giving a hand job. Her soft warm right hand was making his throb harder. Mikoto then went down, still jerking Naruto off. She licked his balls. Ah. Naruto moaned. Mikoto smirked. Glade Naruto like that. Mikoto licked his balls again, then she took of Naruto's balls, his left one, into her mouth and ed on it. Ah. Naruto came from feeling one of his balls being ed. Naruto came on his stomach. Mikoto licked his cum off of his chest, then went back down to ing the rest of his sperm from his. Ah, Mikoto-sama. Naruto moaned, feeling his rival, best friend mother was giving him a blow job ing the leftover cum from his. Man, this can't be happening. I mean, wow, she's good. Mikoto climb over Naruto's body and turn around in a 69 style. Mikoto placed Naruto's between her soft large S while Naruto stared at Mikoto. M.I.L. F. Uchiha. Naruto could smell it. She was truly in heat. She needed to mate really badly. Naruto-kun, honey, would please eat my? She asked Naruto. He grabbed her cheeks, stinking out, slowly nibble Mikoto's lips. Ah, Naruto-kun. Mikoto moaned loudly before she starts giving Naruto a tit job, blow job as well at the same time. Naruto thrust his tongue, the Uchiha's licking inside her, slowly feeling her juice inside slowly drip out onto his tongue. Naruto start eating Mikoto Uchiha's, hearing her moans loudly while she was giving him a blow job, tit job. Mikoto couldn't hold it. She came in Naruto's mouth, which the Uzumaki drink, and shallow her cum as she did the same when Naruto unloaded inside her mouth. Mikoto was tired. Never in her life she cum so hard, breathing heavy with her up in the air. Naruto was still hard as fuck even after coming twice. It twitched, still throbbing, filled with cum. Naruto stand up on the bed and hold Mikoto fine big and gave her a quick hard slap on her. Ah. She moaned. I'm ready, Naruto-kun, ready to feel my love. She told him as Naruto teased her a little bit, rubbing his on her throbbing hole first, then down to wet, dripping hot. Naruto didn't want to get Mikoto pregnant with his child. He was too young to be a father, and also he didn't have a condom. Naruto thrust his inside Mikoto's tight hole, which ed his inside her hole. Ah, it's so big. Ah, I feel so strange. Oh, so good. Mikoto moaned, feeling her butt getting pounding by Naruto. Naruto fucked her doggy style, holding her hands while he pumped his hard throbbing inside this hungry cougar. M.I.L. F hole. Ah yes, Naruto-kun, yes, oh yes, my butt, oh my butt feels so good, keep doing it. Mikoto ordered him, which case Naruto speed up pounding Mikoto-shul. Mikoto-sama, I can't hold it any longer. Naruto moaned. He was fucking her like a horny dog, or should I say a horny fox fucking its mate. It alright, come Naruto, come inside me. Mikoto screamed in pleasure. Naruto burst his sperm inside Mikoto-shul. Oh my god, that was the best I ever had in my life, thank you, Naruto. Mikoto was out of breath. The aftermath pleasure was all too much to take it in. Well, I just had with my best friend mother from another world. Well, I admit I hated you, Sasuke, but man, I love your mother. Your mother was my first. Naruto himself was tried as well from doing training today, doing the housework, and now just bang his best friend mother and became the best she can ever ask for was enough to make this young ninja truly happy. He was loved, finally loved by another woman, and that Mikoto has shown Naruto that he's not ugly, not a fool, and most of all he can be loved just like everyone else. Thank you, Mikoto-sama. Naruto fell asleep on top of her as Mikoto too also fell asleep. This world was it perfect for Naruto so far. It was. However, for Naruto there was a few thing in his old world he missed, but right, he just have make thing better for this world first. As a hero job is never truly done until they said it over, and Naruto was far from it. Naruto-kun was truly amazing. I never been fucked in the before. I bet he can give my a ride. It will never forget. If only I met you sooner in my younger days. Then maybe my life would have been better. And I know for a fact Kushina needs something like this. Oh, and I know just the perfect plan too. Mikoto thought as she giggled in her sleep. A hero's job is never truly done. After making love to his best friend's mother Mikoto Uchiha, no longer a virgin he was Naruto Uzumaki life as a virgin was over. Naruto was the first to wake up. It was 9:45 with only 15 minutes left until Lee's training with Naruto. Naruto got off the Y Cougar Uchiha Mikoto. Naruto got dressed putting his pants he kissed Mikoto on the forehead which caused her to giggle in her sleep. Naruto left the Uchiha residence and head off to the training ground where he shall meet up with Lee and Guy. Naruto arrived at the training ground there. Naruto saw Lee and Guy resting their backs against the cherry trees. Are they asleep? Naruto wondered. Lee and Guy woke up. Alright, on time, Naruto-kun. Guy laughed while Naruto sweat dropped. Don't tell me you guys been here spend the night here. That is correct. Whatever anyway, ready Lee? Naruto asked the strong genin. Yes Naruto-kun, I am ready. Lee bowed his head. He's mine, yelled a furious voice from above. Oh crap, Naruto said, knowing who voice was that. It was Tayiya. Ready, round 2. Tayiya drop kicked Lee in the face. Out of my way. Lee. Guy yelled. What the hell are you doing? I was about to fight Lee, not you, Tayiya. Naruto groaned, knowing this was going to be a pain in the for sure. Would you rather fuck another or fight a? Tayiya asked him. I'm going to beat your. Why? He asked. Because I want to hold your mind and come on and fight. Tayiya yell. No, I have no reason to fight you, Tayiya, but if you want to fight then. Enough. Guy spoke, breaking up the fight between the two. There is a difference between fighting for a reason and fighting with no reason. Tayiya, I cannot allow you to fight Naruto without a reason to challenge him. Guy told the hot red-head genin. Grr. He has my dead brother's name, he has no right to have that name. He's not an Uzumaki, he's Jiraiya's son, a dumbass pervert. Tayiya spoke with a growl. If only you would have known, Tayiya. Naruto signed. Fine then, what do I have to do to make you feel better, Tayiya? What can I do to like me? Tayiya gave him a mean glare. Fight me. Only when you want to fight me, not in anger in your heart. Fight me as an Uzumaki. Naruto told her. For some reason his words reach out to her. Tayiya wasn't angry anymore, just still little mad, but angry as she's normally is. Tayiya came at Naruto with a 1-2 combo. Naruto duck and roll between Tayiya's legs. Tayiya grabbed Naruto-shan, drag him from between her legs. Tayiya gut shot Naruto in the stomach and back flip kick him in the front. Naruto flew off his feet and landed on his back. Damn it. Naruto cursed. Lee and Guy watched Naruto getting his handled to him by Tayiya. Even in both worlds she beat his. Got a reason to fight now, Tayiya chuckle. No, but there's no way I'm letting this side, Tayiya. Naruto spit blood from his mouth as Tayiya's blows were hard and hurt like crap. Then bring it on, show me what you got, shit brain. Naruto came at Tayiya with a surprise punch, but Tayiya grabbed Naruto's arms and headbutt him hard. Naruto grabbed Tayiya's arms and pulled himself backward, casing Tayiya to flip in the air and fell down on the ground hard. Damn it, my back. Tayiya moaned in back. Naruto went over to Tayiya. Are you okay? Tayiya smirked and caught Naruto off guard. Tayiya tightened her right fist and uppercut Naruto into the air, rising hell. Tayiya said her attack's name. Naruto hit hard against a tree and crashed down to the ground. Tayiya win. Guy said. Even in this world she kicked my damn at this s. Naruto thought as he played defeat just to get her off his back. He wasn't ready for round 3, that's for sure. Tayiya walked over and flipped Naruto on his back using her right foot. You got knocked the fuck out. Tayiya laughed afterward while Naruto sweat drop. Yeah no shit Tayiya, oh crap my face. He moaned in pain. Alright Naruto, since I'd kick your. And you are still a guest of my mother's house, I won't kick your as much anymore. Tayiya held her left hand out for the boy to grab it. Naruto got back up as Tayiya saw that the wounds that Tayiya gave him were healing. Tayiya stared at Naruto funny. What? Why are you staring at me funny? Naruto returned a funny look. Nothing, Tayiya yelled. Anyway, just because I'm being nicer to you now doesn't mean I liked you, got it? Tayiya raised her right fist in Naruto's face as Naruto sweat drop. Yeah, I got it, Tayiya. Good, I'm hungry, you're paying lunch. Tayiya walked off as Naruto followed behind. Sorry Lee, maybe next time we'll have our match. Lee and Guy wave farewell to Naruto and Tayiya. Such a brutal match between the S-Guy sensei. Ah yes Lee, when a man and woman share the thrill of battle it show the love between a man or woman or the battle cried love between a brother and sister. Guy laughed. Well Naruto-kun and Tayiya-chan does act like their brother and sister. Lee wondered about this. Shortly after paying Tayiya's lunch Naruto was glad to have some peace quiet at his favorite place to eat ramen. Until Kin and Anko arrived to spoil Naruto's little moment of peace. Hey little brother, Anko said rubbing Naruto's hair, what is now girls? He asked the two. We heard Tayiya beta your and came to see how you doing. Kin said with a smirk. I'm fine, my wound have healed thanks to my favorite food in the world, ramen. He told them as Kin and Anko didn't buy that crap at all, whatever Naruto. You know you should join our team Naruto. Kin told him, it's pretty much boring, only girls and no boy to have fun on the team. Use the meaning of the word, fun, in the meaning is beat up or has your way with him. Naruto stared at Kin. Don't give me that look, you're my god brother Naruto. Kin gave Naruto a piss-off look. Right, my bad, sorry about that Kin. Good. Kin smirked. I wouldn't mind. Anko joked, wrapping her arms around Naruto's neck. Anko. Kin called her name. Just kidding, or am I? Anko giggle. And you told me it's Tayiya I have to be afraid of. Kin sweat drop with Naruto. Anyway, you be 9 to our team Naruto, for now on you are a part of Team 7. Kin told him. Really? Kin nod. Oh okay, I hope Tayiya won't mind. After kicking Yori, don't think she even mind. Anko laughed. Just in time, you're gonna be a great useful teammate in the Chunin exam. Kin smiled. Naruto already knew what will happen in the Chunin exams from his world. This world might change up a bit. Alright then, I think it will be fun. Naruto gladly accept it. Alright then, the exam starts in 2 days Naruto. Kin told him as Anko and her left off to finish whatever they were doing. Uzumaki resident. Naruto returned home to find there was nobody home at all. Naruto sat down on the couch. When Naruto was about to turn on the TV to watch some cartoons to kill some time until it was time to visit Mikoto-sama again. When Naruto heard a moan coming upstairs, it didn't bother him until a bump noise was heard. What is that noise? Naruto asks himself, getting up from the couch to find out who was making those noises. Naruto went upstairs to discover the noises coming from Kushina's bedroom. Naruto slowly opened the door to Kushina's bedroom to discover his mother from what if world was masturbating. Kushina lay down on her bed with her legs wide open as she was fingering herself with her left hand while using her right hand grabbing hold of her S. Kushina moaned loudly in pleasure. Naruto's jaw dropped to the ground. Right, Ka-san is lonely as well. No, I can't do it even if she's not my mother here, she's still my mother no matter of what world this is. Naruto signed. He stepped back from the door and stepped on a rubber ducky toy as the duck made its noise which drew attention. Kushina stopped and gasped. Who there? Oh shit. Naruto tripped and fell down the stairs. Oh crap, oh damn it, my head. Naruto hold his head after bashing it on the floor. Fuck. Kushina came at the stairs to see Naruto was on the ground holding his head while cursing. Naruto, was that you? Kushina asked the young ninja as the game up. He was caught. Naruto wouldn't lie to her, right now he was caught red-handed. Kushina was wearing a red towel covering her body. Yeah, it was me, I'm sorry Kushina, I didn't mean to peek on you. I hear a strange noise so I went to find out who was making it. I didn't mean to spy on you. Naruto lowered his head looking at the ground hoping his mother would forgive him. It's okay Naruto, she told him as Naruto looked up staring in his mother's eyes. Naruto, can I ask you a favor? Kushina voice ring to his ears. He hope it was something else. He hope it was something else like make dinner or anything else but the words that haunt his mind. Yes Kushina. Naruto asked. Will you keep my company? Kushina smiled at him. Yeah sure thing Kushina. Naruto smiled back. Oh, for a second I thought she wanted me to bang her. Kushina kissed Naruto on the lips. Crap, damn it, I thought I was right for once. Naruto put his hands on Kushina's lustful hips. Naruto could feel the loneliness by tasting Kushina's lips. She was alone. Naruto knew this loneliness. This will be the only time Naruto has a chances to be loved by his mother. Now knowing who she was and what she looked like, all he want from her now was her love. Naruto, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I just can't stand it every day. I just can't take it anymore. Your face, your eyes, so much like them, so much like Minato and my son. Kushina stared into Naruto's crystal blue eyes. He given in. I understand you, Kushina. I know your pain. I never knew my mother or my father all my life. I was treated like dirt. There were many times I wanted to end my own life, but I can't. I can't. So Kushina, I ask of you, if I take away your pain, will give me the mother's love? He asked her. His eyes told her loneliness was his best friend. Yes, yes, I will, Naruto-kun. Kushina smiled at Naruto. In her heart something told her this was a special moment, truly a special moment. Let me take the pain away, he told her as Kushina nodded her head. Kushina stood up as she let go of her towel, showing Naruto her body. Her S were still high and firm, beautiful double D cup, her stomach was nice and flat, and her legs were long and toned. Kushina blushed from Naruto staring at her beauty. Naruto got up from the floor. You're beautiful, Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto told his mother. The young Uzumaki kissed his mother on the lips. Broke the kiss shortly afterwards. Kushina turned around as Naruto kissed the back of Kushina's neck slowly, as Naruto's hands were holding Kushina's hips. Naruto's left hand reached downward between Kushina's legs, causing Kushina to gasp quickly. Naruto's left hand fingers gently rubbed Kushina's lower lips, teasing his mother a little bit. Kushina moaned, loved the feeling of being teased by Naruto. Naruto used his right hand to grab hold of Kushina's right, gently rubbing it. Slowly rubbing his right hand indexed finger around her nipple in a circle. Naruto-kun, you're doing it so well. Kushina moaned while the Uzumaki smiled. Glad his mother was enjoying this. Naruto moved down to Kushina's. Naruto grabbed his mother's and spanned them wide there. He quickly licked Kushina's. Ah! Kushina moaned. Kushina turned around so she could see Naruto, who was eating her. Kushina grabbed Naruto's silver long hair as Naruto stared upward at his mother, seeing her face in pleasure. Naruto thrusts his tongue inside Kushina's as if his tongue was a tongue, fucking his mother's, licking her inner walls, moving his tongue left, right, up and down. Ah god, oh Naruto-kun, your tongue, oh yes. Kushina quickly came inside Naruto's mouth as the boy drank his mother's cum. You've drank my cum. Kushina face turned cherry red, surprise he drank her cum. Naruto chuckle. Kushina-sama, you taste very good. He admitted it. Now it's my turn to make you better. Kushina giggle as Naruto remove his t-shirt and pants he quickly got for Kushina. Kushina kissed Naruto on the lips once more, having her tongue wrap around his tongue, having a taste of her that still was within his mouth. While Kushina rubbed Kushina above Naruto's, as Naruto felt his mother's juice drip down on his as she rubbed her against his. Naruto made a moaned noise. His was throbbing hard. His inner pleasures couldn't take it anymore. He just wanted to fuck his mother in any way possible. Naruto grabbed Kushina, pinned her against the wall of the living room, holding her hands while they kissed once more. Kushina suddenly jumped in Naruto's arms, having her legs wrap around his hips. Do it, Naruto, let's become one. Kushina looked very horny as she eyes speak the truth. She was in heat, she needed bad. Naruto thrust his 7-inch inside his mother's. Ah god. Kushina moaned loudly while Naruto then began to start to thrust his inside his mother. Feeling Kushina's warm tight, she was tight, she hadn't in a very long time, longer than Mikoto. Kushina commanded Naruto to keep doing what he was doing best, making her happy. Naruto then rammed his inside Kushina's when he nearly took it out of her. Ah yes, like that. She said. Kushina, you're so good, you're as squeezing my. Kushina was happy at last. She can feel it, the love from Naruto going inside her, pounding her, ramming it inside her every second. Kushina let go of Naruto's hips. She turned around having her hands on the wall. Naruto tapped his on Kushina's giving her a spanking. Oh more Naruto please. She begged him. Here goes nothing. Naruto thrust his inside Kushina's ramming it faster inside her pounding her faster than before, pumping his inside her wet hot hole deeper fucking her harder than before. Oh god yes, yes, yes you're doing great just like Minato go faster fuck me deeper. Kushina yelled she drew pleasure from her mouth. Naruto grabbed Kushina's leg lift her in the air until he sat down on the couch as Kushina was riding him nice and hard. Smashing her down on her nails sink deep into his shoulders, almost there Naruto. She yelled. Oh yes Kushina-sama, 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 Kushina. He say her name over and over again. Yes Naruto-kun you can do it come inside me please I beg of you come inside my. Kushina reached her limits as she came on his, Ka-san. Naruto screamed at the top of his lungs as Naruto Uzumaki unleashed his sperm load inside his mother's filling her up with every last drop from his. Kushina rest her head on Naruto's left shoulder. Damn she drained me dry I think out of sperm. He said. Kushina was out cold she fell asleep right after coming as Naruto's sperm drip out from his mother's. You know if my mother gets pregnant Yori's in big trouble. A voice spoke behind Naruto. Believe I know I'm ready in deep shit. Naruto said the voice. Good. Then Naruto gasped in fear, oh shit. He turned his head to see Tayiya wearing a white t-shirt and wearing black panties. You fucked my mom but can you fuck me? Tayiya asked him. I don't think I can come anymore. Naruto told her. Then why is you're still hard? Tayiya grabbed Naruto's and started to slowly jack him off casing him to moan, Tayiya. He moaned her name. That right says my name. Tayiya smiled. Tayiya. He said it again then he said, why are you doing this? You got a big you fucked my mother in the living room. I'm horny and you're the only free I see around here and beside you're my bitch. Tayiya giggle. When? He asked. The moment I beat you in combat is the moment you became my bitch and my boyfriend. I can't hate you I want to but I can't your name your face. You have everything I thought my little brother would hope to be so Naruto I want you to fuck me. Tayiya then gave Naruto a cocky smile. Naruto then rolled his eyes and lifted Tayiya in his arms carrying his sister, girlfriend to her bedroom. Tayiya's room. Tayiya's room was a normal tomboy bedroom with punk, rock posters around the room. There was a computer in her room a large TV and some video games near the TV. Unlike my mother Tayiya fucks back. Tayiya told Naruto. What you mean by that? Naruto asked he wonder what she was up to as Tayiya took out a box from under her bed there was a black collar, a whip, a strap-on dildo about Naruto's size. Oh crap. Naruto said. I'm the mistress and you're my boy toy got it Naruto. Tayiya kissed on the lips having her tongue inside his mouth. Naruto felt tongue try reaching fairer inside his mouth. Whoa. Naruto jerked his head back. Too much tongue? She asked. Very. He answers her question. Then suddenly Tayiya growled, damn it. What's wrong? He asked Tayiya. Tayiya looked at the time. I got to meet up with Kin and Sakura at the training ground in 4 minutes. Okay. Naruto didn't seem bothered by this. We fuck when I get back. Tayiya told him. Don't be fucking my mother while I'm gone you fucked her enough to get a little brother. Yes mama. Naruto chuckled but by slap across the head, I mean it no fucking until I get back. I promise Tayiya-chan. Tayiya slap his head again, what was that for? No chan it's Tayiya-sama remember you're my bitch. Okay I got man didn't have to slap me. Naruto rubbed his head. Tayiya grabbed her dark blue shorts and put them on. Get fucking dress, I'll be back then Yori's mine to fuck and I mean it. Tayiya opened her bedroom window leap out of the window running on the rooftops she used as a shortcut to the training ground. I'm falling in love with the girl that beat my eye wonder if this how mom and dad met. Naruto smiled watched Tayiya race off to the training ground. But I hope she was kidding about fucking Mai with a strap on. Naruto sweat drop. Elsewhere in Naruto's true home world. I heard some rumors been going around. Spoke Sasori in the shadows. What kind of rumors? Pain asked. That the nine-tailed fox's host and the toad sage Jiraiya has vanished. Sasori said. How can this be? Kakuzu asked. Not sure, but our link with power of the nine tails won't go well if he vanish on us. Sasori said. That is true, we know their last location. Spoke Zetsu. Where will that be? Deidara asked. In the land hidden in the grass, Zetsu told them the location. I'll go. Kakuzu said. No. Pain said. Not alone you won't. Kakuzu. Don't trust me. Not that, remember Jiraiya is with him. You're going to need some backup. Pain told him. As long as it's not a newbie, I hate rookies. Kakuzu told Pain. Of course not. Conan, you're going with Kakuzu. Pain told his beautiful angel best friend. Understood. Conan spoke. Newbie. Kakuzu said. This is the area Zetsu told us about. The Kyuubi and the sage should be near somewhere. Kakuzu said to Conan. Conan discovered Jiraiya's open scroll and told Kakuzu to come over. The old ninja grabbed the scroll and read the jutsu. This might the jutsu they must have cast to escape. We must follow them then. Conan told Kakuzu as the old ninja nod. Indeed. Kakuzu was performed the jutsu that allow Conan and Kakuzu to enter the other world that Naruto and Jiraiya has gone to. Conan and Kakuzu's bodies glowed bright yellow. They vanished to the other world. Land of grass in the other world. We're here. Kakuzu said he notices the difference between the two worlds, a bit darker it was. And it's raining. Conan said she pat on her Akatsuki hate to cover herself from the rain. Let's go find him then. Kakuzu didn't put on his Akatsuki as he didn't mind the rain at all, but Conan did. Elsewhere in Konoha in the Uzumaki household. Tayiya, no please don't. Naruto told her. As her boyfriend otherworld little brother was in the corner of Tayiya's bedroom. What matter chicken? Tayiya grinned evilly as she wore a strap-on dildo about the size of Naruto's, which was 7 inches. No, I do go that way. Naruto grinned his teeth in fear, but who the boss, Naruto? You are. He said, that right now, bend over and take it like a man. Kushina. Naruto said Tayiya's mother's name, which caused Tayiya to gasp, Mom. When Tayiya turned to see nobody was there. Why, you little. Naruto was already outside with his clothes on. Get back here and be my bitch, Naruto. Tayiya growled like the horny vixen she was. Run, 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 he said over and over again. He gasped when he saw Tayiya chasing after him wearing only a white t-shirt and her black panties. Stop, 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 stop. Tayiya yelled. Run faster. Naruto really put chakra into his legs. He was running faster than before. Long jump over rooftops, build to build. Damn, he's fast. Tayiya stopped to watch Naruto run like never before, but he'll have to return home sooner or later, then he's mine. Tayiya never in life felt the need to make one single boy hers and hers alone. She like a hungry vixen in search for a mate. With Naruto. Need to lay low until Tayiya calm down. There is no way in hell. I'm being her bitch, no way, not a man will have the courage to fall for an evil thing such as that. Naruto. A friendly voice calls him. Yoli, what's up? He smiled at his otherworld friend. Doing great, just finished some training with Guy Sensei. Now I need some food to restore my strength. Lee told Naruto as the Uzumaki laughed. Sound like a good idea. The two left together to get something to eat. It didn't take them long to be friends as Lee was a cheerful kid, a bit strange for his own good but still a person you can count on. So Naruto, I heard Tayiya challenge you to another fight. Lee said while eating ramen together with Naruto as the young Uzumaki said, from who? With a scared look on his face. Kintsuchi, Lee said with a dreaming smile on his face. Damn, he said loudly, I'm doomed, I can't fight her. Why not, Naruto-kun? I don't fight girls, and if I beat her I know she gonna get even more piss off. That girl got issues. He told Lee as Lee said, trust me, me and Tayiya had a few challenges before you came, Naruto. How long ago was that? I used to have long hair. Lee told him. Naruto wonder, what happened? I lost to Tayiya and she cut my hair. Lee sweat drop. I hold back because she was a female. I was being fair, but at the last moment I was serious, but I lost. Tayiya is strong. The meaner she gets, the stronger she becomes. That even more bad news, Lee. I want you to find Tayiya and tell her to meet at the hidden forest around 7 in this afternoon. Rock Lee nod his head after finishing his 2 bowl of ramen. Yes, Naruto-kun, I see to this message is given to Tayiya-chan. Elsewhere, the Akatsuki from the real Naruto's world. It will take us a few days to get to Konoha, but we have arrived here in the other world. Kakuzu informed to Pain and the others. Good, be careful in there, we don't know what or who in that world post as a treat. And for that matter, if anyone of us alive, so keep your guard up at all time. Pain told them as Conan said, we will be careful, we will inform you more information once we find the 9-tailed. So far they made it without a past. Kisame chuckle. And we have the scroll in our hands, the kid is in our hands, yeah. Deidara said. So mighty great leader, what shall we do then? Hidan asked. Pain rolled his eyes, what else? Capture the other tailed beasts. Deidara and Sasori, you will be signed to capture the 1-tailed beast from Suna. We got it, cover leader. Sasori said. Let's go, Deidara. Yeah, I hear ya, Master Sasori. Deidara sighed. You think they can handle this? Hidan asked Itachi and Kisame. Itachi said nothing. As for Kisame, who knows, anything can happen in another world. Anything can happen, huh? Hidan said. The importation thing is that Konan-sama and Kakuzu return safely with Naruto-kun. Itachi said. Bingo. Pain said. Back in the other world. Tayiya enter the hidden forest told by Rock Lee that Naruto would with her here. Alright, I'm here. She yelled. So am I. Naruto poke his head from the corner of the tree behind Tayiya, which case her to jump and scream. What the hell, sneaking up on people, what the hell is your problem? Nothing, I just want to end this matter between us here and now. Tayiya, I like, you're a great beautiful girl. Tayiya's cheeks glow bright red. Idiot. She call him, but Naruto didn't stop. But if want me to fight you, then so be it, but this time I won't hold back, and there is no I'm having my bang by you. He said with a blush. Tayiya smile. You're cute when you're scared. Tayiya kissed him on the lips. Let's fight then, winner is the alpha in the bed. She told him while Naruto sweat drop. You really want to have with me, don't you? As Tayiya chuckle. You fuck my mother, maybe got her pregnant, did you fuck Mikoto-sama as well? Naruto jerked back a bit. Ha. I knew it, you are a motherfucker, you know that. Tayiya laughed. If you win, I'll show a girl at my age is better than hers mother's. Tayiya tightened her fist. Wearing a brown t-shirt with short black jeans, beautiful and deadly as she was ready to make Naruto hers here and now. If only she was like this in my world. He whispered to himself. What was that? Tayiya said. Naruto shook his head. Nothing, come on, let's fight. Naruto came at Tayiya, setting off 5 combos of punches. Tayiya block each punch and return with her own, but Naruto move left, right, back and duck to counter her attacks. He trips her up when he grounds swift Tayiya off her feet. Tayiya kicked Naruto in the face when a returning air kicks to get back on her feet. Naruto shook the pain off, running toward the red, dark pink-haired female. Naruto jump in the air, he grab a tree branch, he double kicked Tayiya in the face, casing Tayiya to hit her back against a tree. Shit, my back. Told ya I'm not holding back, Tayiya. He told her as Tayiya smirk. Finally show me what you can do, Naruto. Tayiya and Naruto clash their fists together one another body, same goes with their kicks. Tayiya got Naruto in the stomach to stun him for a moment. Naruto recover, he return with a roundhouse kick, but Tayiya duck, she grab Naruto's right leg and toss him, which smash him against a tree. Damn, this woman is strong. Tayiya was going all out on him, he would have to do the same. After getting up off the ground after being smack against a tree, Tayiya and Naruto toward one another and mistake headbutt each other. A loud clash noise was heard. Aw, son of bitch. What the hell is your head mad of? Tayiya held her, she saw Naruto was dripping from Naruto's forehead. Same goes for you, woman. Damn, I'm bleeding, shit. We should stop, if we keep this up I'm gonna kill you, Naruto. Tayiya said. Let keep going. He told her, idiot, if I kill you you're gonna pay rag. While Tayiya was busy talking, Naruto went in while her guard was low. Her power gut shot her in the stomach. Sneaking little bitch, she said to him as Naruto told her, in a battle done stop until you defeat your enemy. So Tayiya did I win. Naruto his chakra into his right hand fist casing a major blow to Tayiya's stomach, damn it. She said she fell down on her knees and lay down on the ground defeated. I won. He said he to pass out because of his wound Tayiya gave him, guess that make me your bitch then. Tayiya told her as Naruto smiled, yeah. He spoke. Moment later at sunset. How you feeling Tayiya? He said while staring at the orange color skies. Shit, that was one hell of a punch you got there Naruto. She told him. So, you wanna do it? He asked her. Not right now, I'm not horny, I'm tried. She told him as Naruto chuckled, I am. Asshole, getting off after winning a match between a boy and girl. Tayiya growled. You're the one who want to have so much Tayiya. And when I want to you don't want to. Sound like a marriage problem. Tayiya giggle. Yeah it does. The two started to laugh together thinking about that. So did you bang Mikoto? Tayiya asked Naruto. I did, she was my first. So you got laid the Uchiha MILF of Konoha? Tayiya laughed. What? She has so many guys after her but she given it a young brat like you. You really must be the right size her. She laughed again, this time a bit harder. If you're asking, no I didn't, nodded her up. But you did not Ka-san up. I hear she's having a boy. Tayiya told him. Really? Tayiya nod. Yup, a boy. Wow, wonder what he's gonna look like. Like you since you're the one who fucked her. Tayiya glared at him. Jealous your mother having and you're not? No, she said with a calm voice. I just thought the only man to can touch Ka-san was father. But he been dead for a long time, then you came along. And for some reason Ka-san start looking more alive she then was before you show up. Makes you wonder, huh? Naruto said with a frown. I must be the most mess up kid ever. Going to another world, I not up my mother and I gonna have with a girl who's my sister in another world. This world is good but I better stop before I start getting emo feelings. Tayiya. He said her name. Yeah, Naruto. Naruto kissed Tayiya on the lips, feeling Naruto's tongue wrap around hers. I love you. He told her as he broke the wet kiss. Then love me then. She told him. Naruto lifted Tayiya's brown t-shirt as he put his hands on her big round S, feeling them. He rubbed his fingers around her light pink color nipples as Tayiya moaned, feeling her lust in control. Naruto put his left hand inside her shorts. Oh yes, there. Tayiya moaned, feeling Naruto's left hand reached down inside her shorts, rubbing gently against her lower lips and slowly thrust one finger inside her. Naruto took his left hand out to see his fingers were wet, drip with Tayiya's juice. Naruto licked it, having a taste of the red-haired woman in heat for love. Naruto put his left hand fingers inside her mouth as Tayiya gently ed Naruto's fingers, tasting her own juices. Giving a very why moan followed by a lustful beauty look from Tayiya. Naruto lowered himself down to Tayiya's butt. He pulled down her pants and panties to see her wet dripping, which was in heat. Naruto grabbed her cheeks, opened them wide and licked her lips slowly before he thrust his tongue inside her. Oh god, your tongue so deep in me, ah. Tayiya gasped, feeling Naruto's tongue move around inside like a circle. Then Naruto gave Tayiya a quick slap on her as Tayiya, ah. In pleasure, feeling Naruto eating her up. Ah shit, I can't take it, I'm coming. Naruto swallowed Tayiya's cum juices that drip out from her as her face red as a cherry, panting. Damn, now I want some. Naruto thought. Naruto unzip his pants and drop his boxer. Tayiya looked back to see Naruto stroking his 7-inch. What are you doing, shithead? Sorry Tayiya, but I can't take it, I want to have with you. He told her. Tayiya face away from Naruto as she was looking at the trees. She reached her right hand between her legs. She opened her wide for Naruto to thrust his inside Tayiya's. Naruto thrust his inside Tayiya's, no longer being a virgin, now a woman in the world of. Naruto pound deep inside Tayiya. Aw fuck shit, damn, you're doing it too fast. Tayiya moaned, feeling her getting pounding fast by the leaf genin. Fuck me, you fucking piece of shit, fuck me like a woman. Take me hard, take me deep, make yours. Tayiya yelled as she screamed when she felt her being spanked by Naruto. Tayiya being naughty, isn't she? How am I is good enough for you, Tayiya-chan? Naruto rammed his inside Tayiya even more, so he grabbed Tayiya's long red hair and pulled it as he rammed inside her. Oh ah shit, my oh my, it feels good, really good. Ah Naruto, I'm coming, Tayiya is gonna come. Tayiya's tightens around Naruto's as she and Naruto held hands together. I'm coming. They screamed together. Tayiya felt Naruto's cum unload inside her. She bunk up a little bit and accepted his sperm inside her. Tayiya took Naruto's out of her and turned around facing the boy who just fucked her. How was that? Naruto asked. Guess I got what Ka-san had. Naruto, I'll kill if you're fucking any other beside me. Ka-san and Mikoto-sama got it. Tayiya threatened her boyfriend. Don't worry, I think 3 of you is all I can handle. He spoke with a tried voice. Wanna go again? He asked Tayiya. No, from the fighting and the fucking the only thing I need is some sleep. Same here, Tayiya. Elsewhere in Konoha. So who's the daddy? Kin asked Kushina, who found out she was with child. I'm keeping that secret. Kushina told her adopted daughter as both Kin and Anko sighed the same time. Must been a good animal in bed to get you not up, Kushina-sama. Anko chuckle with a crazy evil as Kushina only giggle. You have no idea, Anko. Speaking of animal, where Tayiya and Naruto are? Anko said. Having their rematch. Kin said. Oh dear, I hope Tayiya does try to kill Naruto-kun. Kushina said. Yeah, that will be least of our problems. Anko laughed. Back with Naruto and Tayiya. Let get before Ka-san start to get worry about where the hell we been. Tayiya and Naruto got dressed after having. Naruto had his left hand on Tayiya's, which she didn't mind as she had her right hand on his, still horny. He asks his girlfriend. She nod. Must be a side effect. He said. And like when you fuck Mikoto and Kushina, look who fucking. Naruto, shut up quick. Where do you want it? She said. Tayiya face a tree while pulling down her shorts. Naruto unzip his pant, taking out his. He hug her from behind, kissing her neck softly to make her moan a little. He rub her just to tease her a little. Come on, let hurry up, shithead. Naruto grabbed Tayiya's hip. He slowly enter inside Tayiya tight hole. It hurt Tayiya. God, you're fucking huge. No, you're just too tight. He told her as Tayiya moan in pain. I can't, it too big shit. Calm down, Tayiya takes it inch by inch. Tayiya nod, she relax, which made it easier for Naruto to thrust in her butt. Ah, my butt ah. Tayiya fingernails stink deep in the tree. After taking a full 7 inside her hole. Oh god, fuck, damn it, just fuck me already. She yelled. Naruto thrust his in and out fast of Tayiya's butt. Tayiya didn't take it all, being a virgin in as well. But soon the pain was filled with pleasure, feeling Naruto double his thrust speed. Oh yes, right there. Tayiya moaned. Tayiya, I'm gonna come in my butt. She ordered with a few hard thrusts. Naruto unload his sperm inside Tayiya's. The red-haired Uzumaki's legs were shaking. Oh god, that felt so good. Naruto took his from her. Tayiya turned around, wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck and gave him a kiss. Tayiya had found the boy who can love and love forever. As for Naruto, he found his type beside Kushina, of course. He found the girl he would or could have become his girlfriend. Tayiya was the perfect girl and she was his now and forever. Naruto and Tayiya, you can't better than that. A peacefully morning, it was a very peacefully. The house was silence as a mouse and everyone was asleep as the new day begins. It has been only a little while since Naruto came to this new but old world, and so far Naruto loved this world much better. He had a lover, a family, and everyone loves him. Tayiya's bedroom. The long red-haired beauty was sleeping peacefully in her room with Naruto sleeping at her side, holding her close to me as Naruto was behind Tayiya, his arms wrap around her stomach. As the two slept together, Tayiya, now Naruto's girlfriend, although Naruto never thought the tomboy sound girl from his world was his type at all. But she was the girl that fit Naruto's love life. And in fact maybe be the only girl in his life, but as for woman, well, that's another story. As the sunlight reached Tayiya's bedroom window beaming down on her face, fuck was her morning word of today. She was still tried her and Naruto had lots of last night while the girls were asleep. Tayiya loved Naruto very much. She doesn't show it but Naruto knows it. It's morning already, Tayiya said while Naruto nuzzled the back of her neck. You're up too? She asked him. Naruto opened his eyes and let out a small yawn. Yeah, still sleepy though. Had fun last night, Tayiya? Tayiya smirked. Yeah, best fuck I ever had. We should do it again. So what are you gonna do while we're gone on today mission? Whatever Kakashi got for us. Who knows, I might help train with Lee or help out Mikoto Uchiha. Naruto told his girlfriend. Fine, whatever keeps you out of trouble, Naruto. Tayiya pulled the covers off her as she got out of bed wearing only her favorite black color panties and a black t-shirt. Did it really turn you on to have me wear a chain collar? Naruto looked in the mirror to see the black color chain collar around his neck that had a small silver chain to it. What, I like being boss while we're having. Beside, you fuck me and loved it. I was only pulling the chain. Tayiya laughed afterward while Naruto sighed. You didn't have to pull that hard. Naruto took the collar off him. You didn't have to fuck me so rough. Tayiya back talked. You said you wanted it rough. Naruto glared at his girlfriend. Tayiya kissed Naruto on the lips, having her tongue in his mouth. Naruto's hands were on her while they kissed, but the couple broke the kiss after hearing a loud knock. Hey Tayiya, hurry up, we're gonna be late. Kin yelled. Oh yeah, Mikoto wants to see Naruto later in the afternoon. She gonna help Ka-san pick some clothes for the baby in the evening. Few moments later, Naruto was the only person in the Uzumaki's home. The girls have left to do their business. Naruto was eating breakfast that made for himself. Naruto was enjoying his pancake and eggs while eating. He was thinking about how his day would go. What would he do and else he had plans for today. Naruto got dressed wearing black shorts with a dark blue shirt as the young man set out to visit Mikoto Uchiha residence. Naruto came to the Uchiha residence. The first thing Naruto did was visited Mikoto and complete the list of things to do. Mikoto's list things to do. Take out the trash, clean the dishes, clean the Uchiha household without the help of his clones. But the last two things on the list made Naruto blush while Mikoto winked at Naruto. Good luck, Naruto-kun, I'll give you a nice reward today. Mikoto kissed Naruto on the right cheek. Few seconds later, the last two things on Mikoto's list things to do was A. Give Mikoto a foot rub, B. Get your special prize. Naruto knew those last two would end the two making love. But it has been a while since Naruto made love to Mikoto since he lost his virginity to her. Mikoto was barefooted. She was watching TV while Naruto was rubbing her feet very nicely. Mikoto had pretty feet, soft too. While Naruto was doing his job, Mikoto asked Naruto a question. Naruto, do you believe love in? She asked him. Huh. Her words caught him off guard. Do you believe love in? Most people don't. Mikoto told him. Well, I guess aren't people who do that are in love? Mikoto smiled at Naruto while Naruto kept talking. What's the point of if both of you not doing it for love? Then Mikoto brought up another question for Naruto to answer. What do you think about us when your first time with me, Naruto-kun? Mikoto's words reached through Naruto's ear as Naruto said, I never thought I would have my first time with an older woman tell you the truth to become a nice turn on for me. Naruto grinned. Mikoto crawled toward Naruto with a wry look in her eyes. So you enjoy the taste of older women? Yeah, I do, but I'm Tayiya's boyfriend and I love her as the bit same as I love you, Mikoto. Mikoto looked a bit disappointed at first but smiled at Naruto. You're cute when you're honest. Mikoto rubbed Naruto's left side cheek while the boy was getting a bit turned on by this. I heard Kushina is pregnant. I wonder who the father is. Mikoto looked at Naruto with curious look. While Naruto looked the other way trying not to look guilt but end up looking guilty, you would make a great father. Mikoto said to Naruto. You think so? Mikoto nodded. But I want to have your baby too. Really? Naruto looked surprised as Mikoto nodded her head. I love you, Naruto. You make so happy and I want to make you happy too. I think we'll make a cute baby. Mikoto winked at Naruto as the female Uchiha grabbed Naruto and pulled him onto her. The couple started off kissing. Feeling Naruto's tongue enter in her mouth, Mikoto was getting turned on. She felt Naruto's left hand reaching under her dress where he was slowly rubbing her right leg and reaching his left hand to Mikoto's special spot. Mikoto moaned while kissing Naruto deeply, feeling his left hand pointing finger slowly rub against Mikoto's black color panties, rubbing her cunt. Mikoto broke the kiss, still moaning like a horny cougar she was. Ah, Naruto-kun. She moaned his name. Naruto went down on Mikoto. Naruto peeked his head under her dress, pulling down her panties. Naruto grabbed Mikoto's legs. From there he attacked her. He thrust his right hand using 2 fingers inside Mikoto's as Mikoto moaned loudly, feeling Naruto's 2 fingers finger bang her. Ah, yes, oh, deeper, oh, you're doing so good. Mikoto moaned more and more. Naruto stopped using his finger and opened Mikoto's lips, rubbing her lower lips and using his tongue to lick the Uchiha. Mikoto could hear Naruto making ing noises while Mikoto herself was having the time of her life. Yes, yes, lick me like a dog, oh god. Mikoto felt she was about to have an orgasm. Mikoto orgasm came, she moaned very loud as she came. Naruto did his best to swallow all of Mikoto's cum from her. Mikoto was drooling from her mouth. God, yes, this boy know how to please a lady. Naruto looked at Mikoto and chuckled. He unzipped his pants, grabbed Mikoto, brought her closer to me. Naruto took out his and thrust it inside Mikoto's. Mikoto grabbed the covers of her bed while she screamed, yes, fuck me hard. Naruto smashed his inside the Uchiha, giving her what she wants. A good nice hard ready to fuck. While Naruto felt Mikoto getting tighter, Mikoto leaned forward, she wrapped her legs around Naruto's hips. Naruto spanked Mikoto while she was riding him, feeling his throb hard inside her. Pumping it deeper inside her wet. Ah yes, 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 oh Naruto-kun, honey, come in me, I want it. I want your baby. Mikoto hit another orgasm. Her got super tight and Naruto unleashed his sperm inside Mikoto, filling her up cream pie. Her she would have his children for sure. I love you, Naruto-kun. Mikoto said while she felt Naruto's sperm leaking out from her, and Naruto said to her, and this child will prove our love. Mikoto slowly nodded while smiling. Few moments after cleaning up the bedroom, Naruto left the Uchiha residence and returned to the Uzumaki residence to get some sleep. Having sure can take a lot of energy out of you. Still nobody was home, just Naruto, so Naruto used this moment to get some sleep on the couch. As Naruto slept, his dreams were filled with the memories of his world, all the events that took a major impact on his life. How he was winning the respect of his teammates and fellow villagers at the Chunin exams. The fun memories he had with Team 7. And the brotherhood he had with Sasuke Uchiha, who he still believes there is some good left within him. If I brought Sasuke here, he would be happy to see if his mother, but I'm not sure will come to my friendly offer. Naruto was wide awake now, staring at the living room ceiling. I should ask Kushina how the night of the Kyuubi turned out here in this world. Will be the same as it did for my world. Of course it wasn't. I'm dead in this world and Ka-san is alive but alone, a single mother raising 3 daughters. But if this Naruto didn't die, I wonder how was this Naruto's life would be. Naruto's thoughts kept going on about the life this Naruto could have had and the life this Naruto wanted. My life has always been a pain. But here everything different, but why does it feels the same? It feels like I'm borrowing someone else's life. I don't know what to do. Man, I never think so much. Naruto sighed. But I know this, I got to see my mother and man, she's beautiful, what a babe she is. But I can't be fooling her for long, I can't lie to her or the others. I know they're gonna murder me when I tell them the truth, but hell, it's not fun too. Then there was a knock on the door. Naruto came and to see who was there at the door. It was Lee, who looked ready for training. Hey Lee, let me guess, ready for today training, right? Do you guys have mission to do or something? Naruto asked his best friend while Rock Lee said, ah yes Naruto-kun. But we always finish our mission very quickly. Training ground it is, maybe we'll finally have our match, right Lee? Ah yes, I have been waiting Naruto-kun to challenge you. Hey Lee, can I ask you a question? Naruto looked unsure of this. Yes. If we would have met earlier, you think we could have had become best friends? Naruto smiled at Rock. Lee looked confused for a moment. He thought he and Naruto were best friends and rivals, but Lee answered Naruto's question either way. Your soul burns with fire of willpower and courage, Naruto-kun. Yes, I believe if we had met earlier we could have become best friends. But I see you as my rival and best friend, Naruto-kun. I look forward to our battle. Lee laughed with joy. At least this Lee is the same like the one back at home. Naruto chuckled. Rock Lee left the Uzumaki residence while Naruto and thought back of his world. This world was different but all in the same, reminded him of his own world. I'm 15-year-old. I only went on a lesson with Jiraiya. Because he told it can ease my mind on Sasuke, and the Akatsuki of course make me stronger. But what makes this world different? They could exist here as well. The more Naruto thought, the more alone he felt. In and out. I need time to think. Naruto used a huge amount of chakra to create a solid strong shadow clone as Naruto ordered his clone to battle Rock Lee in the training ground. While the real Naruto decided to take a long walk elsewhere to familiar grounds where he can himself without worry. As Naruto left the village hidden in the leaves, he didn't know Kushina spotted him leaving the village heading toward the hidden forest. Hidden forest. Finally alone, Naruto said to himself as he sat there on a stone rock. He listens to the sound of the forest as he talked to himself. Funny, I always have been alone. My whole life I didn't know my family. I just don't know anything. I don't know why I existed for living it, just not the same. Naruto grinned his teeth in anger as he sat up. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Why can't I have a normal life like everyone else? Even here everything is almost perfect, but perfect still. Why couldn't I have this life? Damn it, it not fair. I know this world is perfect to me, but I can't stay here. I know my world needs me, the world. I was born without the love of my parents. Everyone hated me for no reason, but here everyone likes me, because they don't know. Naruto couldn't believe it. He getting pissed every second. This world isn't mine, everything here isn't mine, nothing here belongs to me. Do I truly deserve what this world offer to me? I fucked my own mother, she having my child. I never had my mother's love, so I got her love by having with her. So much alone I am. God, I'm truly. Before Naruto spoke those unkind words about himself. Naruto, you belong here. Kushina's voice was heard. Naruto's open widened in surprise. He looked back to his mother from this world. He then looked away feeling ashamed. So you hear me? How much? Every word. She told him. Kushina walked toward Naruto. She rested her hand on his shoulder. Naruto-kun. Kushina sighed. Do you hate me? He asked Kushina. Kushina was silent for a moment. No. You lie. He said. I lie to you. Kushina frowned. How could you lie when I already know? Her words were filled with truth. You knew. Always. She smiled. And yet we made love. The first time I found you, I knew you were my baby boy, my Naruto-kun. I thought God decided to give me my happiest back. When I first saw you in the forest, I lost my baby once. When I saw you, I knew I would never lose you again. Naruto's heart felt it was going to fall apart. But this isn't my world. Then make it yours. She told him. Make it your world, Naruto-kun. Make this your second home. The last time I saw my son's face was the night of his birth and death. When you die, I thought my mind snap in two. I knew right there the happiest of having a perfect family would change forever. But I kept going, no what matter. Kushina wrapped her arms around Naruto's neck, hugging her son. Be he not from this world, he was still Naruto Uzumaki in both worlds. Mom. He whispered as tears silently came down his face. Mom, mom. Naruto turned to Kushina as he buried his face into her chest as Kushina can hear her Naruto-kun cry. Yes honey, I'm your mommy. Kushina smiled as she too had tears coming down her face, and I'm not going anyway. I won't leave you alone, my Naruto-kun. As the mother has found her son, the son has found his second mother. Truths that were lies now become truth. Naruto will ask his mother the truth of the night of his birth. Naruto-kun tells me you have it, don't you? She said. The nine-tailed fox. Yes. He said with a sad look. Jiraiya made up that story. The truth is I am your son from another world. Jiraiya is my master and everyone in Konoha likes me. But when I was born everyone used to hate me a lot. I never had friends or the love of my parents. I was alone, so alone it wasn't fun, it wasn't fair. I never knew the truth about my family. I thought I never a family to begin with. Naruto-kun, it's time for me to tell you the truth of your birth. It should not be different from your world, and I believe the mother of your world loved you very much as I do. Kushina kissed Naruto on the forehead. I was the previous nine-tailed Jinchuriki. That's where it all began. Kushina's face looked in pain as she didn't want to rethink of that day, but she must tell him. What? You were the nine-tail host before me? No way. Kushina nodded her head. Yes, now Naruto-kun, please sit down, it's a long story. Naruto did as his mother asked of him. The truth is I was brought to Konoha to be chosen as the second host of the nine-tail. As the word second host caught Naruto off guard, second host. You lived in a whole other country, why did you have to become the next Jinchuriki? Naruto yelled. Yes, I lived in another country and a different village. But Fire and Whirlpool counties and Leaf and Eddy villagers had strong ties to one another. Kushina said while Naruto was all open ears. Shinobi of the Leaf Senju clan and the Eddy's Uzumaki clan were distant blood relatives. Wow. Naruto nodded his head. The people of Eddy were blessed with astonishingly long lives, to a point our village was known as the village of longevity. Our clan specialized in sealing techniques, though their processes were a little rough. In fact, I taught Minato, your father, a whole bunch of sealing techniques. The seal on your stomach is one of the sealing from my village. Naruto couldn't believe it, there was a whole clan of badass Uzumaki. My village and country is gone now. It was only a matter of time before war came. People feared our sealing powers. I am what if left of the Uzumaki clan, and so are you. Many who survive were scattered across the world. Kushina explained. But then why did you have to become? Naruto was cut off by this mother. My predecessor as the Jinchuriki was also a powerful female. I guess it was appropriate since I had special chakra that can suppressing the nine tails chakra. It's funny, her was named Uzumaki Mito, she became the first Hokage's wife and I end up marrying the fourth. Kushina laughed for a moment. Naruto didn't say anything, he was surprised and shocked as hell. Do you know the battle between Madara Uchiha and the first Hokage? Kushina asked Naruto. Yeah, I do. During the battle the first Hokage gained Hokage over the nine tails and had it aid him in the battle. Mito-sama sealed the nine tails within her own body, becoming the first host of the nine tails. Kushina explained. From then Leaf took the fox and made it theirs. Mito's life was near the end, so I was brought to the village to become the second host. So they use you. Naruto yelled in anger. However, Kushina looked calm and cool. I had no idea why I moved to another village. But I was speechless and afraid when I was told what will happen to me. But it was top secret, only the third Hokage and his wife knows. I was afraid and scared. But Mito-sama said to me, ultimately we were brought here to become the vessel of the fox, but before the beast can be housed. Kushina looked at her son and said, we must fill the vessel with love. Kushina smiled at her son. Do that, even the host of the nine tails will live a happy life. Mom, you were a host like me, but you were still happy. Naruto wiped a tear from his right eye as Kushina grinned happy. Yup. You don't need to cry anymore, Naruto. But then it hit him right there. Wait, if you were the host of the nine tails before me. Then 16 years ago the Kyuubi attacked the village. Kushina let out a heavy sigh. Yes, that masked man. Masked man. Naruto. He knew the moment when a Jinchuriki seal is at its weakest. He waited for that moment and stole the nine tails from me. Wait there a second, when the seal is weakened when? Naruto asked. Childbirth. Kushina looked serious. A full-term pregnancy for a female Jinchuriki is about 10 months. As the energy used to maintain the seal start going to nurture the child, the seal is weakens as direct proportion. So, Naruto looks scared and nervous. The masked man attacked Minato and after I gave birth to you. He grabs you and said he was going to kill you. If he didn't let Minato hand me over to him. I don't know who this masked man is, but that night I will never forget. The nine-tailed fox escaped from me while my seal was wide open. The masked man killed you, he snapped your neck. Minato would have gone after him, but the Minato had to defeat the nine-tailed fox. Mom, I had no idea. That is the story of how my Naruto was born. Your end point must have been different. But all in the same, we both lost the people we loved that night. And I don't want to lose you again, Naruto. Kushina hugged Naruto close to her. Mom, I promise I won't leave you, I won't let you be in pain again. And I promise I'll give you the love of your mother. That masked man, whoever he is, I'll make sure he'll pay in both worlds. Elsewhere in Naruto's world, true Naruto. Achoo. Madara shook his head while wearing his Toby costume. Someone must be thinking about me, but who? Madara didn't like this feeling at all. Kakuzu and Konan have finally made it to the land of fire. Finally they have arrived, which was good news for the Akatsuki. Finally we are here. Kakuzu spoke while Konan remained silent for the whole trip to land of fire. Until Kakuzu spoke up as he'd noticed something was wrong. Something up? Kakuzu asked. Konan stared at Kakuzu for a moment before speaking. This world is highly different from our world, she said while the old Akatsuki looked away from Konan's sight. Tell me something I don't know. There's a high chance that you are dead in this world. That goes for me as well. We should be careful in this world. People may not know who we are, but Naruto Uzumaki will. It would be best for us to surprise attack him with nobody there to protect him. Kakuzu let out a small chuckle. He liked Konan's plan, but he soon said to the beautiful angel of the Akatsuki. Surely Konoha will know my face very well. But you, Konan, Naruto Uzumaki has never seen your face, nor has Konoha. You have a high chance of bringing the kid in for us to surprise him. Konan sighed. She didn't like the idea, but she would have to go with the flow. Konan grabbed her Akatsuki and removed it as she held it out for Kakuzu to take it, which he did. As both Konan and Kakuzu walked together deeper into the land of fire where their target lives, while the two were walking together, Kakuzu thought up a plan that would work from his view, and all he needs was Konan. Konan, I have a plan to bring the boy to us, but I need you to agree with this plan I have in mind. Kakuzu said while Konan didn't know what Kakuzu was up to, but if it was to capture Naruto she would listen to him. What are you planning, Kakuzu? Konan asked while Kakuzu smiled under his mask. Well, Kakuzu began. That night at the Uzumaki resident, Tayiya's bedroom. After a good wild night of with her boyfriend Tayiya, Uzumaki woke up in the middle of the night. Tayiya heard Naruto mumble in his sleep. Tayiya quietly got out of bed, sleeping at her knucklehead boyfriend peacefully. He was asleep. She could rape him right here and now, but she already had enough from the they had 4 hours ago. Tayiya wore a red robe and walked downstairs to the living room to see the kitchen light was on. Tayiya peeked in the kitchen to see Kushina, her mother, drinking a nice cup of tea. Mom, why are you up so late? Tayiya asked as she took a sit beside her mother. Kushina smiled at her daughter. Messy hair can only tell me you and Naruto-kun was at it again. He is my boyfriend. Tayiya smirked at Kushina. A boyfriend who got me your mother pregnant, Tayiya, Kushina added while Tayiya sweat dropped at first before sighing. Yeah, but he's mine. Even though he got his own room now, he sleeps in mine. Tayiya smirked at her mother. True. Kushina chuckled. Why are you up, Tayiya? Shouldn't you and Naruto be still sleeping? Mom, has been a while since I saw you happy like this. Plus this does take us back. We hadn't been very close since Dad and my little brother died. Tayiya frowned before she continues. Mom, I hear Naruto talk in his sleep. Kushina looked at her daughter with little worry in her eyes. What does he say? She asked her daughter. He keeps saying thank you and I love you, and also he cries. I see a single tear. Tayiya told her mother. You got anything to do with this? Tayiya glared at her mother as Kushina answered Tayiya's question. Not sure I just he's grateful to us we did give him a home and also gave him love. Kushina told her, which Tayiya believes her mother. I know it's been a few days since we start dating, but I worry about him. He's different from the other guys. I can't explain, but it feels familiar. What do you mean? Kushina asked Tayiya while Tayiya sighed. Mom, remember when you used to have the nine-tailed fox, how you and I were always linked? Kushina looked confused for a moment but soon understood her daughter. Go on. Kushina said. Tayiya scratched the back of her head. I kind of feel this feeling while I and Naruto are sleeping, like how I was sleeping inside your womb, such a warm feeling. You feel like you're back in the womb? Kushina asked Tayiya as Tayiya nodded her head. I'm not sure I feel connected. It's hard to explain, Mom. No, it's okay Tayiya, I understand. I remember that feeling, you kicking inside my stomach. Then a quick idea popped in Kushina's head as the mother grinned. Tayiya, you're not pregnant, are you? Tayiya blushes. You do use a condom, don't you? Kushina asked her daughter while Tayiya buried her face on her mother's left shoulder. No. Tayiya asked while Kushina sweat dropped, followed by a sigh. How many times you two have? Kushina asked while Tayiya looked at her mother. Only been 3, my first time, last night and tonight. Tayiya told Kushina, but I never asked Naruto to wear a condom. And he doesn't bring it up. Kushina suddenly chuckled while looking at her daughter. What? Tayiya asked her mother with a confused look on her face. I'm just surprised how you and Naruto got so long together so well. At first you hated him, not you're fucking him. Kushina smirked while Tayiya blushed little bit, but you love him, that all that matters. We all love him, you, me, and I bet Mikoto is gonna have his kid as well. Tayiya sighed while sweat dropping along with Kushina. Women do have their needs. A little too much if you ask me. Tayiya chuckled while Kushina chuckled as well. When I see you and Naruto together, it reminds me of me and Minato when we were young. I usually try to keep away from him, but he keeps coming closer and closer to me. And in the end he became my daddy. Tayiya laughed along with her mother Kushina. It was an enjoyable and peaceful moment between mother and daughter. They both loved Naruto very much. He was an odd but good boy, but odd is good. Not every day you can meet someone like him. Tayiya, I hope you and Naruto have a wonderful future together. Tayiya looked at mother oddly while Kushina stared back at her daughter. We'll see, mother, you're having his kid and he's my boyfriend. I guess that shows how weird this family is. Tayiya sighed but smiled anyway. There's nothing wrong being a little weird. Kushina told her daughter while chuckling with a delight smile. Tayiya laughed and punched mom in the left arm. I'm glad I was born to be your daughter. I don't think any normal mom would handle me as their daughter. Kushina let out a cocky laugh. Remember, you take after me, Tayiya. I was such a tomboy when I was young, and it's no surprise you taking after me. The night was filled with the laughter between the mother and daughter. Naruto's soul. Here within the dark corners of his soul, Naruto stand there in front of the giant gate which imprisoned nine-tailed fox the Kyuubi. Naruto staring at the fox with no fear within his strong blue eyes. Naruto stand his ground. Naruto, Kyuubi spoke his name. Fox, I know you hate me. You must have hate me a lot. Maybe even more than I know. Naruto's voice bothered the fox only a little bit because it felt a small change within Naruto's spirit. You are only a small piece of my hatred. Naruto let out a small sigh. Why, I am only a small piece of your hatred? I must be at least a huge piece of your hate. Why should you hate me? I have not done one thing to make you hate me. Of course I am your prison, but it wasn't my choice. You know that more than anyone, Fox. Kyuubi laughed but soon growled at Naruto. A small piece can lend to something much bigger. Like my mother. Naruto's stare grew more powerful. Naruto's stare became an anger stare to a disappointed stare. Naruto's stare was pissing the fox off bit by bit. Kushina, the fox growled her name. Your story is different from here. I have been watching from within you, boy, although your mother from this world carry your child. This world is just a fake, a world you so seek, but wake up, boy, this isn't your world. Sooner or later you will return to the world you rightful belong to. Naruto frowned. He disliked the Kyuubi's words, be it truth or lies. Why should I return? This world I am known, I am loved, I have a family. Kyuubi let out a tisk, 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 while waving a finger at Naruto, knowing Naruto knew better. What you say may be true, but what of the people of your world? Do you think of them as family, or do you really believe you are alone? We all have our own personal hell or heaven. This is life, Naruto. Although you are just a small piece of my hatred doesn't mean you are not important to me, Naruto. Naruto and the Kyuubi's eyes made contact. I didn't know you cared. Naruto smiled, while Kyuubi mumbled something under its breath. Naruto walked around in a circle for 10 seconds. Fox, you know, you and I will have to get to know each other better. I know you were imprisoned within my mother and Mito Uzumaki. I am the first male Uzumaki you have been in prison. So you and I are one. In a way I am your child. Kyuubi laughed so sudden, child of a Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. The only reason why you share my blood is because of Kushina. Yes, so it seems you are indeed, my child. But I wonder, did I have had another father or mother? Naruto wonder about Kyuubi's. Kyuubi sweat drop about the fact Naruto was getting a little nosy for the moment. Naruto laughed with a big smile afterward. I don't hate you, Fox, it wasn't really your fault I lose my mother or father. At least I know I had another parent living within me. Naruto fade away from his soul, but not without giving the Kyuubi a smile, not a fake smile, it was but Naruto's real smile, the smile of truth. Naruto, Kyuubi spoke the name of its son. Naruto was born with the trademark of the Kyuubi. In a funny way, Naruto was the Kyuubi's son. 3 bloodline fuses is one within this boy. But Naruto did point out a true importation question: was Kyuubi male or female? Was the Kyuubi Naruto's second father or his second mother? The next day, waking up alone in bed, Naruto woke up into Yuya's bed. Alone he was. There was a letter there. Naruto let out a big yawn. He picked up the letter and read it. Dear shithead, me and Ka-san went out shopping with Mikoto-sama. We will be back later on in the afternoon. Don't fuck up while we're gone. Love to Yuya. Naruto smiled at the letter. He was really enjoying this life. He never thought he would be dating Tayiya, an enemy in his world, but Naruto gotten to know this Tayiya and he thought, would he dating the Tayiya back at home? Well, Naruto never saw the Tayiya he knew from his world again. But it never hurt to think about it. Pervy sage, where are you? Naruto thought to himself, he hasn't seen Jiraiya in a good long while. But Naruto did love this world so far. Twist up it was, but it suited him. But he can't get lazy all the way. He knew that, so he knew that things can't get fuck up. Maybe relaxing one more day wouldn't hurt, he thought. Naruto stand there in his bedroom, with an empty look on his face. Thinking what he should do with his life right now. He knew his world needed him. But he remembers what his mother told him about his family history. But this was this world's Naruto's history. Was it the same as his in his world? Could be, maybe should be. He thought to himself. The more he thought about, the more he felt empty on the inside, the more he wanted to stay in this world, but he knew would go back to the other world, his world, the world that needed him. But this world needed him as well. The Chosen One by Mona Lisa. Overdrive, A2. I can't remember anything at all. I've been turning it all around. Naruto thought back to the beginning of his life, born all alone in the darkness of the emptiness of being left alone to the world, nobody to raise him, to teach him from wrong to right, to nobody to love him. I'm sorry, oh so sorry. Is this what I have become? Kushina and Minato didn't wanted Naruto to become a host of the 9 Tails, but they didn't have a choice. All his life he thought his parents hated him, or the fact he didn't even had parents to begin with. He hated himself for judging his parents without knowing the truth of his birth. Wish I might, be some else tonight. Sometime I wish I was never born at all. He never wanted to live this life. He would do anything to change the life he now lives. But that was before he came to this world. And all trying to save the world, cause in the end. I know I'm the chosen Oni. I'm the chosen one. Being the chosen one to carry the curse of being the Kyuubi's host. The Kyuubi host always has been an Uzumaki, nobody else. Such is a curse of being a chosen one, so Naruto thought to himself. I can't remember what I used to be. Something turning me upside down, a monster to their eyes, nothing but a monster to their monster, nothing else, nothing more. Hateful eyes burn in his mind as a child, the aloneness that haunts him. You made me, and I love you. Minato and Kushina, the parents he never knew were his parents. And they loved him to death, they protected him, try their best even in the end. And he loved them back, his parents, he loved his father and especially his mother, who now is carrying his child to show much she loves him. But I can't change the thing I've done. I'm the chosen one. Wished he can change the past, wish he can change the night of his birth for a better future for his parents, but sadly what is past is past. You've just have to let it go and lived with the path that has been given to you by his parents. Wish I may, wish I might, be someone else tonight. Sometime I wish I was never born at all. Naruto thought back of Sasuke Uchiha, his best friend and first real friend, Naruto thought. But everything has changed. He thought he knew Sasuke, he thought he knew him so well, and wished he was in Sasuke's shoes, wished what was going on through his mind. And I'm trying to save the world. 'Cause in the end I know. I'm the chosen ONNNNNNEEEEEEEEE. The chose the chosen one. Why dream of being Hokage? He thought at first, he remembers it was his life goal to become Hokage, to be respected and loved. But he can be something more than just become Hokage, he would become something greater than the Hokages, something much greater. Wish I may, wish I might, be someone else tonight. Sometime I wish I was never born at all. Then another guilty thought came to his mind, if only he wasn't born that night. His parents would still be alive, maybe, or maybe not. He just wanted to live a normal good life, no pain, no fear, no hatred, no sorrow, just a normal happy life, such is the price of birth and fate. And I'll try to save the world, 'cause in the end I know. I'm the chosen one. The chosen one. Naruto wasn't going to screw up, he put those thoughts across. His life wasn't over just yet. It wasn't over, not by a long shot. Naruto was going to face his enemies down and win back his friend no matter what, and he wasn't going to leave the life here as well. He was Naruto Uzumaki, a young boy whose destiny is to become something greater than any Hokage, greater than any ninja who ever lived. He was the chosen one, the one who will become the greatest Hokage who has ever lived. Knowing his parents from his world is watching over him, smiling upon their pride and joy, their loved child, their son Naruto Uzumaki. A big smile grew on Naruto's face. That's right, I'm the son of the fourth Hokage. I can't be sitting here, I have to become strong, become stronger than my dad, stronger than even pervy sage. Naruto chuckled with a big friendly grin on his face. Naruto got his clothes and head on out to seek someone who will help Naruto become very strong. Konoha Training Ground. Hey Busy Brow. Naruto called out his nickname for Rock Lee, while Rock Lee was training with Guy Sensei, Neji Hyuga and Tenten. As Team Guy turned and looked to see Naruto, who just entered the area. Naruto was wearing a new outfit, wearing a light orange jacket with a hooded watching with blue shorts, while Naruto was wearing dark blue colored fingerless gloves. Naruto-kun, what bring you here, young one? Guy asked. While Naruto smiled big at Team Guy as the boy chuckled before answering them, I hope I wasn't late for our little match, was I, Lee? Guy looked at Lee at first to see Lee look a bit confused at first, but Guy easily spoke for Lee. Of course I would let Lee challenge you to any challenges you have for him, Naruto, but however I cannot allow you to face Lee today. The team will have a mission and we won't be back for a while. You will have to look for another partner for your training. Guy explained to Naruto while the young Uzumaki snapped his finger in disappointment. Damn. But when we do return, I look forward to our battle, Naruto-kun. Lee said with a friendly smile. While Naruto smiled back at Lee, likewise. Naruto even looked at Neji Hyuga. I looked forward to battle you as well, Hyuga. Naruto left the training ground with nobody to find to be his training partner. It would have been Jiraiya, but however the old sage disappeared and Naruto had no idea where the hell he went. Then it hit Naruto as the boy slapped himself on the front head. Of course I'm living with Tayiya-chan, Anko-san, Kin-chan and Ka-san. Maybe they can help me finish the training I needed. Man, I can be silly at times. Naruto laughed at himself, but soon his laughter stopped when a familiar voice, "What's so funny, Naruto-kun?" Naruto's face went white as he looked back to see Tayiya, Kushina and Mikoto together holding bags of clothes. "Hello ladies." Naruto sweat drop, he grinned while rubbing the back of his head. "I need your help."